Alright, here we are with Godbound, Evicting Epistle, Season 2, Episode 3. It is January 2019. I am Devin the referee, and Nicole's not here tonight. She is a bit ill. And to my left, we have Explain Why.
Tyler playing Mattiel, the Pirate Queen.
Kevin playing the Crimson Marquis.
You can also say he's the goat to it.
Mark as Lothar.
Alright, okay. Recap last session.
What did we do last session?
Nothing stands out from last session.
We bravely ran away.
Yeah, we looked for some L. We checked out on the L forest. It was Nightmare. We ran into Gaunt. It was also a Nightmare. We checked up on some stuff around Nocturnus. It was also a Nightmare.
We talked to
Faust. He was
only a nightmare for one of us.
Yeah. He was brewing a nightmare.
Whenever I think of Faust, I think of Winslow's song from Phantom of the Paradise. He's such a little wiener.
Should be his song.
Right? I was not myself last night. He's the definition of a wiener in that movie.
The thing was revealed. The information that the horrible thing.
It's got the musical number, and it was all right.
All right.
It sure happened.
Happened.
A bunch of people in the city from the future committed suicide upon seeing it.
Yeah, that's kind of like a mainstay in this game. It's a very dark recurring theme.
Suicide.
Casual suicide and self-mutilation. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's fine. We'll come back as Acer, and everything will be fine.
That too. And that Acerin process is not like a simple and clean process. That's soul mutilation. Like, it's taking an actual person and burning everything that made them out and putting Acerin over top. That's not a gentle process.
No duh.
There's so much evil.
What is evil, Devin?
There's a theoretical Godbound versus Ravenloft game that could materialize out of things. I don't think it would go well for anyone.
I mean,
no, probably not.
We're suggesting at some point, hey,
what would happen? It would just be like game.
It would just be a steamroll.
Yeah, it would just be stomping over.
It'd be all like, you've been given your own domain where people are going to be shitting you all the time. Dominion changed now. Dark Power's like, wait, what was that? It's like, yeah, Dominion changed it. I changed it and made it better. Now I'm going to leave my domain and go punch Vlad Drakov in the teeth over and over again. It's going to be great.
I'll use death on the Vlad. Now he's my little subject.
Vlad Drakov's a living person. He's
Command.
He's Hitler.
I
know, right?
Strahd is the one you can use the death on.
Strahd is Dracula as a vampire. Vlad Drakov is Dracula as a man, and also he's also fucking.
And Strahd has 39 identical capes.
Identical capes?
Yes, in his closet. It's specifically mentioned.
It's amazing. I love little details like that.
Ooh, it's almost like a solo movie.
Right? Fucking Solo was great. I'm gonna say it. Anyway, yeah, gang, here we are. It's up to you. People, you're in Derek Show overseeing the Godwalker assembly facility, the Shatter Dome. I'm assuming the fuselage to your new war HQ is being christened.
Yep, just being finished now.
Yeah, the women and the machine technicians are going over it, and like they already have the schematics up for like the engine, the divine sort of source that will power the whole thing and give it divinity and life. And they're like assembling materials. The Theotechs are already getting the scaffolding together and getting materials to purify and shit. They've already loaded the fuselage of some of the armaments you recovered from Gigan, if you've chosen to equip it. Other than that, Derek Show's having some. I guess we're starting with Derek Show. Derek Show's having I don't want to say problems. Okay. But how long are you in the Shatter Dome for? Like, do you kind of pay attention to that for a little bit while stuff's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also out around. I'm establishing the Aeromancy Academy.
Yeah, you're building like schools. All right. So this doesn't quite sneak up on you like I'd envision it would, because you're not monofocusing and putting a blind eye to it. But people are getting awfully lynchy. Like, Azazel's goat people have mostly been kicked out of the city because they couldn't really kill them all because they're really strong. But they've mostly exited the city or been pushed off the edge or been tricked to leave. People are starting to turn on each other and declaring that they're sympathizers with the devil. And starting what they call wasteful plutocratic cults.
Okay. What are they doing exactly?
Well, the Broadbringer's being put on trial for heresy because he sympathizes too much with the devil because he was in its presence. This kind of happened overnight. There's kind of a Watergate-style coup that's starting up. They're actually digging up dead members of his old entourage and are putting them on trial like the Pope did that one time. And using the corruption in their body, like how their bodies have rotted and stuff, as proof that he himself is morally corrupt.
Well, it's a fair cop.
I mean, if you want,
People
I
are
think,
just getting meaner in Derek Show.
I think Azazel's there repairing their show, like you wanted.
That too, you're like,
Yeah.
everyone knows the Bloodbringer is like not your right hand man because you have a right hand man and he's beautiful and wonderful and off being a knight errant, and he's also like a swashbuckler. But he's like your third to fourth hand man, and they're like, oh man, you speak for God and stuff, but you also hang out with the devil, and God right now is having the devil fix the city. And they'd only do that because you're a terrible leader who couldn't organize us to do it better.
Okay. Azazel is not the devil. So let's
Look at all his
let's clear that up.
Only Azazel would say that!
All right, no, see, everyone's listening to you because they literally can't not listen to your God, and if they defy you could send them straight to Azazel.
Azazel is my opposite, which is not the same as being the devil. He represents a different sphere, and it's a sphere that has its base in a locale that is far from here, which is why his spawn doesn't walk the streets. But he's a god, and he's in the pantheon.
Everyone agrees, yes. You're like, yeah. But then someone's like, oh, someone steps forward, like, who thinks, they're a little more pious than everyone else. But, my God, my beautiful God, if he's an aspect of the pantheon, surely the things he encompasses aren't the things that you exemplify.
Right.
In a much more oppositional way than, say, I'm trying to think what they would call Thea. They wouldn't call her the Mad Titan, that's for sure.
The Green Mother.
The Bee Queen.
The Hive Mother. In a much different way than the Hive Mother, or the Dark Lord, or,
The bird.
Not the bird, god damn you. I'll skin you. Or the Lord of the Wild. Like, they're all different from you, but they're not the opposite. And, like, she kind of gestures over her shoulder to your temple, which is beautiful and serene and covered in, like, foliage and stuff, and it's, like, perfectly sculpted and stuff, and, gives off pleasant smells and music at all times, and has this nice saffron scent. And then, like, right across, like, the middle circle of it is where Azazel's temple is on the opposite side. So it's always in the shadow of the sun and shadowed by your statue. And it's, like, covered in spikes where they've crucified goat people. That they did! That they've crucified goat people. And, like, there's blasphemous markings on it. And it's on fire slightly. And, like, that area is clearly ghettoized. They put up barricades and blocked it off from the rest of the city. It's like... So, good things happen to us when we follow your example. And it's clear, gesturing to the temple, that they did, that Azazel things happen to people that don't in opposite.
And?
Well, that seems a bit nemesis. We have several hundred recorded instances of Nemesi existing. And this seems to kind of fit that kind of choiristic pattern.
It's opposite, but it's not oppositional. Azazel is also necessary for the functioning of this city.
Right, but if you had to choose which temple to live in...
If you had to choose which temple to live in,
Oh, yours,
you would
definitely.
choose that one.
It's a much better house for God.
If Azazel had to choose which temple to live in, he would choose his own.
Well, of course, it's natural. Look at it.
It's a dumpster fire.
Snake Plissken is sitting on like an abandoned chair there smoking like this is Escape from L.A.
Property value is just plummeting.
The fucking pipes are rotting out. The water pipes.
They're begging you to gentrify it.
It's just so different from you, though.
Well, that's why he has his own city, which is very different than Derico.
Everyone's just kind of looking at each other like they couldn't even fathom. Like, they're from the future, and they've seen everything that we can't even fathom. We worship you.
And if you were to go there, you would probably have a bad time.
Everyone makes your sign, the sign of the sword.
But I can go and walk there.
Yeah, you're infallible.
So it's kind
Well,
of like,
Badabringer is clearly an agent of Azazel, though sowing discord and destruction.
okay. If you think that anyone is an agent of...
And he already gave up his one.
If you think that anyone is an agent of... First of all, being an agent of Azazel is not... Is cause maybe for exile, not death.
Well, we tried to make them leave and they wouldn't, and they were defying your divine order to make the city perfect.
If you suspect anyone of being in league with the Hell cults or corrupted, God will judge them. They will dance before me, and I will judge their dance.
Alright, they start bringing out a Badabringer in chains. This is really unnecessary. We have suppression chips for this.
So what is he accused of?
His inability to lead us properly under your divinity, due to his barbaric future society ways. All of these people are from the future. Has led our city to be hurt by the oncoming apocalypse, necessitating the opposing deity to have to inhabit our city and touch its many small moving parts. Whereas if you were a better leader and not in league with the opposition, that would not be the case, and Dericho wouldn't have suffered any losses during the end of the world that Azazel caused.
Fair enough. And his punishment for necessitating Azazel is that he will now be the Azazel liaison. Anytime someone needs to speak with Azazel or speak with the people of Azazel, it will fall upon the Badabringer to do so.
He shoots himself in the head.
See, okay. I'm not going to say no because you told me I had to.
You still have to dance.
He's doing his truffle shuffle in chains. He's been a pretty good leader, your dance tells you.
Okay. Well, he retains his position, but he gets his punishment.
Everyone's like, all right. Everyone starts clapping. Everyone starts dancing. People start throwing flowers all over the place.
So should I be walking on this?
They already have a few of his children that they've like put together with like electrodes and stuff after they've been dead, and they're having them dance like the Krampus during Christmas celebrations. They're like zapping them like the little zombies they are to dance and jerk around.
It's gonna be like the worst day ever. He did everything he was supposed to. Helped you in every way. And not only did he get punished, but a bunch of people start dancing around him. Like having a dance party.
I don't know how badly he got punished, though.
I mean, they were throwing shit at him and telling him he sucked and stuff.
Well, they're not doing that now.
No, they're not doing that now. They'll stop calling him the nemesis and start calling him the opposition.
That's better.
The anti-Matiel.
Loyal opposition?
So were you in the city?
Yeah, you said you were here.
I mean, I was doing the project for you to fix up the city.
Yeah, he's literally here helping you.
In the guts.
Every once in a while, you see out of a window some of your children fall over the edge.
I thought they weren't here anymore.
Like,
I mean,
he's
it's a
been here for a
process.
little bit, so every once in a while you've seen that happen.
Okay.
Wow! Oh my, oh no.
Business as usual for them.
Was that Billy?
It's one of them. Not all of them are int 8.
I mean, you know,
I'm William Goat.
I know, like, 10 names, so there's many Billies out there.
So, Azazel, I think it kind of behooves me to apologize for the slight genocide.
Medium base.
Behooves, you're a goat.
I know, right?
You
Genocided people now?
Well, my people kicked out your people.
Oh, so that's what it was all about. So why were they kicked out?
Well, we're trying to make the perfect city, and
Oh, I see. So
Oh, we're starting, are we?
I didn't know we were digging a hole in this particular place.
it just seemed like they might be more comfortable somewhere else.
Oh. Wow.
I've never experienced this kind of discrimination.
I'm so popular lately.
It's almost like you became a. No one said it.
It's literally his nickname. Like, it's his name
I know.
in this culture.
Yeah.
But we're still good, right?
I don't know. Are we?
Well, I helped you with the goblins.
They're kind of just in the guts here.
I mean, everyone else kind of took sides against you on that, but I was willing to let you do your thing.
Didn't ask anyone else, so you just tagged along.
There's a fair amount of dead goblins all around Azazel, by the way. By fair amount, I mean like 50, 60. They've been gathering around him when he's been working down here.
That's great.
A lot of them have been killed by industrial machinery.
Yeah. Wasn't gonna survive around here too long.
Yeah, but they replenish their numbers. Like, while you're talking, one of them's just looking directly up into a vent, and it's like he's counting on his fingers, and when he gets to 5, the fire comes down and just melts him. Another one kind of pushes him aside, pushes the body aside, just stands in there and starts counting.
Well, do you think you got enough TO technicians here to maintain all of this? We got all the machinery. Because I mean, I replaced the engine, the power source, because the Texomelis blasphemy engine seem to have powered down recently. Those swords don't have much power in them anymore. Just break it and start eating it. Which would have
Yummy curse.
oh nom. I had to replace it with something else. I figured a little wishing engine. Much more convenient than the Energon matter antimatter thing. Much more configurable.
That's great. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But my thing, it needs TU technician, and I don't know how many you have spare around here.
I'm pretty sure we've got a few in the city.
Okay.
The Godbarker facility has like a minimum from the Widow machine, but yeah, you'll need more if you want to scale up operations.
You could potentially take that as like your next fact and then teach that to your cult.
I mean, the Vampire King has as a fact, and he has the means to get you unlimited amounts of them.
I have TU technicians.
Oh, you have it, and you have the means to get unlimited amounts of them.
Yes. Everyone in my cult is a TU technician. All the goat people. They're very crafty like that.
I'm sure we'll find a solution.
So, you also want to kick me out of the city in some elaborate fashion, or should I just leave by the
No,
back door?
you are welcome in Derico anytime you want.
I mean, don't you remember how Lobotobringer, looked at me
If
and
Lobotobringer gives you sass, you have my permission to eat him.
Oh.
There's a smell in this room as you're kind of just shooting the shit.
What's the smell?
A bunch of the goblins said, "What does this do?" and started pulling parts that he had just recently replaced out, and the entire pneumatics crushed them and then released them, and now it's like a sticky taffy of them. Like 14 of them at once. About 10% of your work here has been sweeping them out behind you.
That's fine. Just useful paste. Well, my temple has been looted, so
Yeah, they defiled it. They defiled it real good. They went full on. The Crusades on your temple.
if anything breaks, I don't have an easy in here to keep it aloft or anything like that. And your temple has been consecrated, so this thing's on its own if something goes bad and we're somewhere else.
I suppose that's fair.
So you just want to keep it like that. Okay.
Well, I mean, we can always reconsecrate your temple.
I mean, not if the mob's gonna tear it down afterwards. Plus, it needs some worshippers in it, and so on and so on.
Deal with them all.
Oh. Okay. Well, who should we pay to build the temple back up then? Who should we hire here? Because I would hire my goatlings and my cultists, but they're not around.
I'll handle it.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back to the temples.
Okay. People there are still celebrating, they're cleaning up and stuff. What are those little goblins around your city now you're looking?
Yeah, I'll deal with that in a bit.
Smart. Most of the future people are kind of... They treat them like... You know, you don't really want to hurt pigeons that are too close to people if they don't fly away, but you don't want them in your food. Like that. They'll run up to them and kind of spook them away, or like get a broom and kind of just start brooming them away. They're not like openly murdering them. It's a little... No one wants to step on a raccoon in the middle of broad daylight. It's just... It's gross. They will stone the bejesus out of a heretic, though.
I'm going to start dancing, and I'm going to use expressive performance.
All
and I'm
right.
going to target everyone here.
All right.
And I'm going to fill them with the idea that they need to clean Azazel's temple.
All right, they'll go start doing that. Everyone starts celebrating. They're going to go clean up the temple. Because God danced them to. And you filled them with rapture and divine inspiration. So they're going to go do it.
And then I'm going to use, once they're doing that, I'm going to use expressive performance again. And I'm going to target goblins. And I'm going to fill them with the idea that they should follow me. And then
Yeah.
I'll just start dancing up and down every street in Jericho.
All right.
Until I've got all the goblins with me.
Yeah, there's like 2,000 here.
And then I'll jump off the edge of the city.
Oh, someone were already doing it before you jumped off.
Now we're all going.
Oh, yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. They'll do it.
Do they pay the contractors this time? Oh wait, no, you got paid.
You're the goddamn freelancer. All right, you jump off the edge, and a few thousand goblins go over with you.
Okay.
Most of them die on impact. Some of them are cushioned by... There's already a pile of goblins. And Azazel's goat people kind of under the city. And it has that, wind turbine thing. It sits on top of a tornado, so it kind of fucks with things and cushions the fall of it.
And then I will fly back up.
All right.
How's that temple looking?
It's pretty good. It's been like an hour. They're cleaning it pretty well. It's getting done. They have access to, Arm and Hammer and Barkeeper's Friend and a little elbow grease.
Okay. So I'll just watch over that.
All right, it'll get cleaned up. It's clean. It looks great. They put it back together, minus all the reliquaries and stuff they looted and hid in banks in Sweden to never give back to their families.
Well, Azazel, there's your temple.
Well, so who should I pay to get it consecrated? Who will you assign to this task in the city?
You probably have an architect's guild.
Yeah, let's round up all the theotechnicians.
All right, majority of them are women of the machine,
Okay.
and some like Azazel worshippers who were on death row who aren't goat people.
Theotechnicians in this city now worship Azazel.
Okay. You just dance that into their little hearts.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can magically compel it.
Well, I just say it, and then they can defy me if they choose.
Oh, there's an implicit threat. Someone's like, that's gross, I want to worship you.
They're struck by lightning.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, under threat of execution, they all worship Azazel against their will. Bitch.
I mean,
And you can pay them.
okay. Use my dragon gift to pay.
Alright, they're gonna start working on that temple. They're gonna consecrate the bejesus out of it with relics and stuff.
Perfect.
And they get rare materials and reagents together to turn into holy artifacts, like the fucking Meridius beacon. A new hand touches the beacon.
Huh.
They'll put together some fucking +5 lances and stuff out of goat horn and shit. It'll be great. They'll put it in the arms of your statue with you, like, stabbing shit.
So how are we feeling, Azazel? We kind of glued this back together?
I mean, yeah, temple's fixed. I don't really think that, you're my nemesis. I think the Crimson's more of that.
Well, we can be like a diagram with little arrows going in
like
all
a
different directions.
Pentagram, where
Yeah.
I'm closer to those things.
And like I said, you're not my nemesis. You're my opposition. Us goats need to stick together.
I suppose. I mean, I think I'm closer to you than some other people. They're pretty fine. The future people are kind of meh.
Yeah, they have this tendency to wreck the world.
I just look at Thea, just wanting more worshippers, gathering everyone so that she can have more Acerans.
Well, yeah, that guy who just struck by lightning definitely became an Acerin.
Ah, another Acer.
Didn't worship you, didn't worship him. You're an atheist. They're living in the machine.
Yeah, I guess our work here is done.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Not at the moment. Maybe one day I'll call in that favor.
Well, I certainly owe you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Party cohesion.
How's that single of evil doing? Looking over the
Oh,
battlement.
we're going to talk about the boil? Alright. So, under Dericho, maybe like, I don't know, it's pretty far away. It's like maybe like a 12-hour walk, but you have perspective and horizon on it. Where that battle with Azazel's slave dad happened, the ground is all like puffy and swollen, exactly like a boil. And it's like actually boiling with like ooze and blight and stuff. There's a bunch of goat corpses around it and goblin corpses now.
Do you think you could make Dericho not just float, but also move?
I mean, what, you mean put the little propellers on it?
However you get it done.
I mean, it should be easy enough.
The original Dericho could move under its own, power, harnessing the power of wind and typhoon. Lobotobringer says.
So if we had a bunch of wind mages, we might be able to get it going? Because we've
I'm
got
sure
a bunch
there's-
of wind
I'm
mages.
sure there's designs in the archives about how to give the city that as its own power. Fence of some sort. I'm not mechanically minded. He's dressed in all leather, by the way, like straps and stuff, like Scorpius from Farscape. He has Azazel's holy symbol on his back, like on the leather outfit, and your symbol on the front.
Okay, good. I like that.
Looks good on you.
I mean, I used to have fun with this. Now it just seems like I'm wearing it. It feels like clothing now. Now it's a uniform.
Well, why don't you look into that?
The city flying, not the uniform thing. Right. Same wavelength, God. Okay. He walks squeakily away.
Shouldn't be too hard to get it working between yourself and myself and so on.
So should we maybe reach out to the others, start a council of war?
What are you warring on
I
this time?
I was thinking we might go after Nocturnus.
Oh.
It's already in conflict. It was relatively unscathed by the cataclysm. It's still rich, but it's fat and lazy. I've got people on the inside, people on the outside. It's a prime target.
So I go pyre, I think. I can go with that.
The city needs to be sacked.
Clickety-clack.
So we'll send out a little text to you guys, asking you to come to Dericho.
Okay.
You two show up in Dericho.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You take transportation. Swarm of bats, whatever.
No, I'd fly gloriously with a squad of.
Your squad.
Yeah.
The squad rolls up. Yeah, you're all greeted as, as returning divinities. Yeah, you two all see that thing off in the distance.
What
The
thing?
sinkhole of evil.
Ah.
Yeah, the troll ore. It's ripening.
That's unfortunate. I'm gonna use my city gifts to make a thing of like shrubbery rise up and block my view.
A
from
wall?
that. Yeah.
A wall.
Just the entire time he walks, it kind of falls along beside him.
I'm just imagining
You're gonna
like
make
slats
for
of
it.
steel and concrete rise up as you walk and fall behind you. Like,
Yeah, literally
like-
that.
on the horizon, like
Yep.
like a goddamn transformer.
He's got a small entourage of his vampires, just kind of one from each
Yeah,
clan with him.
you got your primogen.
Yeah, literally, actually.
Well, it's good to see you both.
You
Hello.
too.
I got a new hat.
Oh, terribly busy. The
Thank
repairs
you.
have been taking a lot of time and effort. But I see that you have been equally busy.
So what quest do we have? We're going to be dealing with that? That doesn't look like something we're quite.
No, we're just gonna move away from that.
Oh,
We're just gonna sweep it under the rug.
I mean, that in comparison to that hole over the horizon, that's nothing.
I have no doubt that thousands of sinkholes of evil have opened up everywhere. It's
Actually, not really.
huh.
No, the world was scorched with fire and destruction. There's no, there was no spiritual resonance left behind by the apocalypse. And sinkholes.
I have no doubt that this is not something we have to deal with. I'm sure it is something that's happening everywhere.
Well, it's the only consistent place drenched in the blood of people slaughtered for no reason.
Well, that's early. It's early in the day.
Well, cut right to the point. We all have various projects underway, and various things going on, and we need resources. We need shards, we need wealth, and we need to get them soon. And the best way is to take them from someone else.
Of course, we are running out of large monsters to slaughter.
Personally, I nominate Nocturnus.
Bold. I certainly won't complain.
They're kind of the only. They seem to be the only group that likely to put a stop to us.
There can only be one true Lord of the Undead, and they are calling you out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Wurtzhoff. Although the last time we came close to fighting, I definitely got a "this is a bad idea" when I was even near it.
The man has his vices, however. He is not infallible.
If we can't win in a straight fight, we can always just cheat.
I would suggest cheating immensely. They have, of course, future weaponry. Their own tricks, death blades,
Dark energon weapons.
dark energon weapons.
That's going to come up in Thursday's game, by the way, that word.
Things we don't want to deal with on a personal level. Things we can, however, salvage that would be very useful against the band.
And they're also busy in a war of their own right now. Makes it easier for us to slip in from the side and raid them while they're...
Oh, plus they had lost apparently. We just got back from there. And they lost a bunch of people fighting off the Gand.
Excellent.
So, if I remember from the rumor mongers in the future, Wurtzhoff has a terrible weakness for women, particularly of a lithe, pointy-eared variety. These creatures known as elves that used to exist. Certainly not
Elves?
anymore.
They're not light.
Yes.
What's that?
I said elves are not light. They're giant. They're massive, soul-destroying.
I mean, I don't want to kink shame someone, but that's a little weird.
It's amazing, yeah, because legitimately when the Marquise's elf, fucking deviant art pictures of, like, pointy-ear titty chicks show up, when you guys think elf, you think fucking Adam from Evangelion, the giant made of light destroying the North Pole.
Hey, I think that's
Just a
Acer and Elf, the different kind.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
That's
Yeah.
us.
Ain't similar.
That is someone's kink?
Well, yes. Well, not that one in particular.
I've had sex 14 times.
Other Acerins don't
Oh,
count.
buddy.
I wasn't counting the other Acerins. That's more of a... It's private.
It is something to consider that we might just distract him in such a way that he will be useless in the defenses of the city.
Do we have an elf on hand?
I mean,
Acer.
No, I'm a Fey and elf. Different monster manual entry.
How many elves are there?
Oh, buddy.
Too many. Oh, the Dark Elves. Remember those?
Ooh, we don't do that here, Marquis. He makes like the no motion. We don't do that here.
Funnily enough, the Marquis actually looks closest to one of those types of elves. He's just got weird facial ridges.
Oh.
But if we're going to take on Nocturnus in some larger fashion, what's their doomsday weapon? Because we already set up 2 of them, at least.
Are you certain? What is their doomsday weapon?
You motherfucker. Well, if I remember my dealings with Nocturnus, it was their power core that they brought back in time. It's a mass energon converter that gives off dark energon stores. It powers all of their infrastructure. Their tech, their weapons, their sorcery, and it powers all of their undead citizens, which is most of their citizenry. It was like 90% of the population last I checked.
But we shouldn't be pushing them to use it. So we're looking to shear the sheep, not skin it.
I want it.
So that will be another December Vault?
If I knew what that was, probably.
It's why we don't
Point of the horizon, that hole, the December Vault.
I'm pretty sure the power core is not that strong. We've blown it up a few times.
Regardless, we don't want them to take the nuclear option. If we can salvage everything, whole piece, it would be nice, rather than picking up scraps as we have been from the various other enclaves.
So you want to get an elf and use it to distract Strahd? No, not Strahd.
Not just an elf.
I think that's a different monster.
The perfect elf. The perfect... He just kind of waves his hand a bit. Girlfriend for him. That will distract him. He'll stay out of her hair. He'll be busy doing... He just kind of trails off.
And also she's full of poison.
I mean, not now.
Oh, is he a vampire? Will he try to drink of her?
What? He's a Death Knight, isn't he?
Yeah, that Ace Research, takes up some notes. 9-hit die undead, empowered by divinity, largely immune to spells. 10% chance a spell will be reflected right back at you on a ricochet.
Oh, we have that in common.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're stronger. You're the thing that would make Death Knights. He's just a Death Knight.
Yeah, that is true. I'm saying he would be very easy to destroy on his own, but
Well, he's a leader of Nocturnus, and they steep their power in the power core. So he's probably been advanced several levels.
yes, that does sound about right. So in general, I'm saying a straight-up fight may not be the best for what we're going for here. Treasure, weaponry, goods.
Plus his exes will be there.
I mean, I'm a pirate, not a soldier. Straight fight isn't my forte either.
His exes?
We can just
He
keep that
has
as a backup
coven of ex-wives.
The Banshees.
Yep. They will yell at you till you die.
Hmm.
And this creepy little...
If you can raise someone's nest, it's much more efficient than taking them on. Every predator knows that.
I can render most of their defensive undead useless. Render them to our cause. In my presence, they will never stand against us.
I mean, we talk about fighting mooks, that won't be a problem. Looking over at the sinkhole of evil.
Like a couple goblins walking on top of it, and they all like they're in a trance, and they're all red-veined and stuff.
Oh, you should deal with those very quickly. That's quite the infection.
So where do we get this perfect elf girlfriend?
God of fertility, goddess of dance, me, and a birdman. I believe we each have something that could easily contribute to creating the perfect distraction. Additionally, we have those souls from here, those ones that were contained in those crystals, so we do have those on hand. They were stored like up to an uplink.
Stacks.
Stacks.
Cortical stacks.
That, yeah. So we create a soulless body and plug that right in, program it to be what we need. I have many etiquette programs from our time in the future.
You can teach it natural lore. And I think there is... Oh, here we go. Just flips with his phone a little bit, goes through one of, excuse me, grabs like a
Just don't open the spine all the way. Don't open the spine all the way.
Ah, here we go. Pulls out like the winged elf archetype. Now I can actually help.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the monster manual list. There actually is elf, winged, elf, underdark, elf, forest, elf, deep forest.
And when she is done here, she would make an excellent spy for other civilizations we must fight. If she proves useful here, at least. And doesn't die along the way.
If she drinks from the cup, she'd also be absurdly, she'd be very difficult to kill.
Does this sound like a potential plan?
I like it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I just want to bring up a question real quick on the Council of Divinities. What are you going to do if you weaken Nocturnus enough that the Star Vampires overrun it?
Star vampires?
The army.
Is that what they're fighting?
Yeah. You know, we had a few Acerns there until they had their brains sucked out by the Star Vampires.
Tell me about these star vampires.
Okay. You know how there's an edge of the world and you can go off of it?
Mm-hmm.
Go far enough away, you'll find lights in the sky that don't give off heat or warmth. They're cold stars, and there are worlds around it that have never seen sunlight, and they have these deep underground pools full of slime, and these things are born from it. They're like weird critters, and they're clever, evil. They eat brains, and they're mentally powerful. And they'll use their plan to create ships to push themselves off their world and sail in between the worlds. And they'll touch down on a world, declare that it's useful to them and full of resources. They'll infiltrate it, they'll take over the large parts of the government, and then once they've fully taken over, the rest of the fleet will come, strip the planet bare, and move on.
If Nocturnus is capable of repelling them, then we, with Nocturnus's plunder, would be more than capable of repelling them as well. If Nocturnus isn't, then we would just be robbing them of their prize.
It's just, you might weaken them enough that they get destroyed, and then that was what you seem to not have wanted.
Yeah.
Not entirely. We wish to poach their worship, their followers.
I think it's a takeover situation, not just looting.
With a little murder along the way, I'm sure.
Hostile takeover.
We could also potentially raid the... did they attack constantly, or is there some sort of base?
I don't have eyes on the ground.
I do.
Ah.
I may also know some people from there, again, future people. So if I have contacts, they're still old friends.
How strong are the star vampires? What are the star dogs, Aceryn?
I actually don't have them. They're not in any of my licensed books.
Oh.
Mind flayers are not allowed to be in third-party D&D material, so he doesn't have access to them. It's true. Mind flayers and beholders aren't allowed to be in books that aren't D&D books. They're just part of the D&D license. So Pathfinder shit can't use them.
I mean, I guess it's just copyrighted and so on.
Because they weren't in the official plastic figures that Gygax cut out of his cereal box to make the first monsters.
So it's just like, I don't know.
Why does Aceryn have the official materials?
I don't want to spend money on non-third party.
Well,
They're psionicists. There's easy ways around that. Well, not easy, but there are ways around that.
Before the whole cataclysm, I sent Yan to infiltrate the courts of Nocturnus. It would be good if we could extract him while we're doing this.
Do you think he could take his leave on his own, or would this require a rescue mission?
I could reach out to him through prayer, see what's going on. I also sent the Furious Kitten and Rufio to join up with the magical girls who are fighting Nocturnus.
I see.
So when we go down there, when we find the kitten, we should also find the girls. And that might be another weapon in our arsenal.
Quite possibly. Though, as they are under the guidance of an angel, I would suggest keeping a light touch, as angels are notoriously dangerous in their ability to undermine other divinities.
I'm known for keeping a soft hand on the till.
A rarity. So I guess we'll just be waiting on your guys on the inside.
Who did you have on the inside again?
Yeah.
I was asking who did you have on the inside again?
Yeah.
Yan. I thought I said yeah. I'm like, I know. Yeah.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
Yan's
Yes.
on the inside and Rufio's on the outside.
All right. So update from Yan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the siege is not going super great. The Gand actually really fucked up both their forces, but the Star Vampire forces are able to replenish quicker because they're bringing in resources from outside, whereas Nocturnus is in siege mode and they've already unloaded most of their material. Plus, the Star Vampire faction pulled back when the Gand showed up and let Nocturnus deal with most of it, and it did not go well for them. So the siege isn't going super hot for Nocturnus right now. Anything specific you want to know?
No, I guess like the military laydown, but he just gave that to me. I want to know, is there any internal tension within Nocturnus? Since things are not going well, are people at each other's throats?
Yeah, the different cultural leaders, so-and-so guild masters are kind of spiraling. Several have already been killed. Like they got caught in the conflict and got wiped out, and their guilds are disintegrating and being absorbed. Looks like there's some in-political fighting happening that's pulling away their effectiveness.
If he needed to leave now, could he do that?
And just become a flock of butterflies and flutter away.
Okay, he should do that.
All right, he leaves.
Okay.
He bails.
I'll relay that information.
Shall we adjourn until he arrives? It does seem as though our entire project depends on his presence and the information he may provide.
I mean, he just provided to
Yeah.
him and here to us. So
The short notes, at least.
I mean,
I don't think we need to wait for him.
yeah, he might just die if we bring him along.
All right, then. How shall we start this?
Well, what forces do we want to bring? Do we want to bring an army or just us?
Well, I will certainly bring a few missionaries, but if you want the full force, I could start to rally them.
If we expect a big fight, then I guess we should bring an army.
But I asked the question, do we want to consider raiding, or would this be time to go for the throat? They're surrounded by all sides.
I think if we see an opportunity, we take it.
Raiding means they'll be prepared for it the next time. They'll know it was us, which could lead to all kinds of trouble. If we want to do this, we should do it all in one fell swoop, or leave them so crippled they can't retaliate.
Then I suppose we should bring our forces.
At least to repel the Star Vampires. If they come up. Well, time to build some big ship to transport all of them.
All right, we want to take a little break then? And we're back. So, what do you guys have prepped?
Well, we're making the female distraction. We have our armies prepped. And we're going in with them.
So you have a bunch of helicopters and Chinooks full of Spartan soldiers, like this is Age of Empires?
Yeah.
Alright. What kind of forces are you bringing, Matael?
Just me.
Not the Furious Kitten, not anything?
The Furious Kitten and the Pirates are already down there. They're
Alright.
helping the magical girls. So they should be raiding Nocturnus already.
Perfect.
I'm bringing my broodlings and my younglings and another stack of younglings, and I guess a mix of flying contraption will be good enough to take us there.
You bring like a couple crates full of goblins?
Sure, let's toss those in. Little gremlins and engines.
Just put them in a crate, put it in a box, a glass box, and then just put it in the back of the ship.
I am bringing, of course, as many initiated Eagle Scouts as I can, led by a drill sergeant who sounds remarkably like Brian Blessed.
I can't do awkward and move together.
Flash alive!
Dive! That entire speech about how when he met the woman from Flash Gordon, he put his hand directly up her ass. You should look it up. It's fucking crazy. He gives an interview in a full suit and everything about it. It's obscene. Brian Blessed is he's a bit of a horn dog.
That's some hashtag right there.
Yeah. Alright, so, and Vampire King.
I'm just bringing like half a dozen of my Mothers of Mercy in their casket armor.
There you go. So vampires in power suits with like little red and white on them.
Yeah, they look like the medics, so, you know, don't
Medic
shoot
power
them.
armor. Alright, you take off from your floating city.
Yep.
This big ship, I'm assuming you put together with
Yeah.
engineering and artifice. You're all like, boop!
Yep.
Alright. You fly across the world. Always keeping an eye on the horizon in case a Skyrim dragon or the Gand shows up to fucking shoot you down.
The
Well,
GAN is a
two things we should
legitimate.
do.
Yes, the GAN showing up would change our mission parameters in a.
Like, I'm tempted to make it like a percentile roll every time you take to the air, where it's like, it's gonna fucking hit and run you. Ruin your session, where you're like, oh, I guess we're not doing this session. We have to run from the Gand again.
Oh no,
Or-
guys, it's
or
the Gand.
fight it.
Take the ship, ram it into it like Cthulhu while we scatter, and our people just die.
The Great Noble Deed is much cooler than Cthulhu in that a steam ship can't put it out for a night-night nap. Everyone's like, oh, Cthulhu's so cool and interesting, hot topic, tattoos, statues everywhere. It's like, he got punked by a tugboat.
Toot toot.
Toot, toot. And then he went for a goddamn wine nap in the middle of the day. Alright?
I mean, it's a big and bloated and just like, pop like a balloon.
Yeah, like, Cthulhu's not that. He's not even a god, he's just some dude's priest. He's basically a cheerleader.
Woo-wee.
Woo-wee. Alright, so you take off, I don't know, what, 1 in 10 chance the Gand shows up and ruins the session? You think that's fair for an ongoing threat?
That sounds unfun for a tabletop game.
That's fair. But if it was, you'd have been fine.
Yay.
But if it was. Alright, time goes by. You see the world and the destruction, the explosions, the smell of sulfur, there's no sky, because the sky is gone. That happened.
Wow, we really have to do something about this.
Volcanoes are constantly
Yes,
going off. There are large skeletons of like giants and stuff just like caked into the sides of mountains covered in like pyroclastic stone. You know, things that happen to a setting when you play in it for 12 sessions.
Huh.
The
All
world's been
those
through
types of
worse.
shards in them.
Alright,
Look at
let's
those
fucking go
giants.
loot.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't you haven't done anything with the giant skeleton bones. I guess you could, but it's not really your style, is it?
I have a lot of projects on the go.
I'm fucking busy. Alright, and yeah, eventually there's like a smaller mountain range that's on the other side of like a kind of river crescent lake thing. And there is the area that Nocturnus landed in. It's doing better than most of the world, but the edges of it near the edge of the world are freezing over and going subarctic, as you remember from being here. There's the main Nocturnus city and then the satellite cities. Most of them are on fire and are sacked, like this is season 1 and 2 of Castlevania. There's like smoke rising from them and the low screams of people, because Nocturnus managed to pump those population numbers way high before the world ended. And just the ground is fuzzy, like it's covered in ants, because there's undead all over this part of the continent. Lots of them. Nocturnus released all their storehouses. There's an opposing faction that showed up. Big goddamn nightmare. People being turned by all the dark energon being used. And yeah, on the horizon, like where you're heading to Nocturnus, you can see like it's a tiered arcology city made out of towers, like skyscrapers, wizard towers. At the center, there's a large, throbbing, dark purple energy tear that fires up into the sky, like any mid-2000s Marvel movie climax.
So,
So what?
quick question. What about the elf?
Oh,
So
we'll
it's
put it in the
done.
trunk, it's fine.
There's a giant egg there. With all of our powers combined.
We'll let her out once we're sure she won't be eaten by zombies on the way there. That would be very unfortunate.
Alright, you're here.
So, are those just all Nocturnian zombies? Are there some weirder zombies out there?
So there are your standard I'm a zombie and skeletons, like stuff you see in fantasy where they've been stripped down to like till fields, guard tombs, be guards, be construction units basically.
Yep.
And they're swarming out and they're intermittently fighting things, you're being torn apart by faster, thinner, grosser zombies. These are more like Night of the Living Dead zombies, where they still have fluids and liquids in them, and they run and they're intelligent, and there's lights behind their eyes where they're like moving and grabbing other zombies and ripping them apart. And they are actively peeling open undead skulls to eat their brains. There's also giant holes in the back of their head where empty cavities are, and slime kind of oozes out of it. Not human slime, just slime.
Yummy, yummy slime.
Yeah.
Do we see the kitten anywhere?
So you had the Furious Kitten raiding Nocturnus, right?
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be in the sky.
Okay.
So you could probably detect where it is because you have a series of tools and magics and stuff. There is a false cave that's set up around it. Like they have enchanted sheets and sails that they put around it. That when they're around it, makes it look like a rock outcropping. And they just landed it there and have put it in a raised area where zombies can't get to it.
Should we rejoin with the rest of the crew? Maybe get a situation report?
A wise idea.
Okay, we'll head over to the kitten.
Okay. The kitten looks like it's seen better days. It has scorch marks on it. There's damage. It looks like it didn't do well in the apocalypse. But it's still flying, and the crew's there, and they all cheer and dance, and everyone's having a great time now that God's here. And +2 and +3s.
I say hi to all the birds.
Yeah. A lot of birds. Not the same birds from before, but birds. Out on the battlefield, there's like large insects and stuff crawling around, smashing through, gathering survivors up into a basket on its back.
Jeez.
Well, it's good to see you all still intact and alive.
Yeah, they all salute and stuff.
Rufio here?
Yeah. They Rufio. And he cuts a weight line and pulls up on a bit of the ship, like an elevator, and then swings in front of you guys.
Much more
Does the
grizzled.
pose, hands on waist. He looks a little more battle hardened than last time you saw him. He's wearing different armors and has tattoos on and stuff, and looks like he's been out here leveling.
I'm a grizzled veteran.
He's not grizzled. He's just adventurous.
So, what's the situation?
Oh, it's bit of a bloodbath out there. Well, not a lot of blood to be shed, but it's bad. Nocturnus is under siege. I think it's gonna fall soon.
Like, days? Hours?
He's thinking he's thinking the span that the stuff usually takes a couple of years, which is bad for a siege.
Right.
Less if they keep introducing new things. But it might be over soon. Nocturnus might just survive.
Why do you say that?
Those heroes I was with, they snuck into the Star Vampire's floating command place, and they're getting ready to face down the leader in his shadow world.
So they're fighting for Nocturnus.
They're fighting against tyranny.
Good.
Good choice. It's the better choice of the two.
That's good to hear. We're going to be launching a bit of a campaign of our own shortly. I'm hoping you'll fly with us.
Of course. Yeah.
All right, gear up.
Everyone starts gearing up.
What's the plan now, Marquis?
Well, we're gonna walk her to the front doors and get her in. Points to the capsule he's been dragging along in a wagon. Oh, also, I suppose I can just do this now. Just walks to the front of the cave and kind of holds his arms out to the swarms of undead everywhere that I guess there are. And just makes them part.
Yeah. You have a clear line to Nocturnus.
There we
Some
go.
of the things don't part because they're not all dead.
Oh, what's alive in here?
The big people-stealing insects. Let me tell you what's alive here. The people-stealing insects, the spider monsters that ride on their backs and help them collect people and order them like taskmasters. Some of the zombies are alive. They've just been debrained. Actually, most of the zombies are alive. They've just been debrained.
Ill-fitted
Are they
slaves, right?
lesser foes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Then I will dance and convince them to part.
The little part, too. There's also the true star vampires, the Shoggoths. They are also kind of meandering around the field, absorbing people into their mouth mass.
No, we should shoot them, probably. I mean, I'm ambivalent about Nocturnus, but I'd rather them than all this. He just kind of points towards the star vampires.
Alright, so I could put my men on rescue duty until we're ready to full attack. They can become invisible.
I mean, there's no rescuing those. They have no brains.
No, I mean there are humans who are being, and victims, I'm assuming, who are being...
Yeah, actual people. They're being put into little wicker baskets to be brought back to the harvest areas.
Well, yes, we should probably save them first, actually.
All of them? You're just going to hang out here in the battlefield and save everyone?
Well, I think he said he was going to send them to save while we're doing our
yeah,
thing.
like while they're doing their thing, the forces of my invisible martial arts ninja guys are going to fly and occasionally grab baskets and try and get some survivors. We can get some extra intelligence and we can save people.
Yeah, definitely. All right, that'll be happening.
Oh, right. All these undead are also under my control, so I'm going to have them swarm the enemy and, like, you know, save the people from the baskets and tear apart the kidnappers.
Sure. You set the Nocturnus undead versus the star vampires.
A little more organized than they would be otherwise, I think. But,
There you go. All right, straight path to Nocturnus. You guys walk, take the skies.
I think it's dramatic if we walk.
Yeah.
Are they going to start shooting the moment they see you? Is that how much they dislike you?
I mean, I could turn into a bird, but I don't know.
Well,
really.
I mean, it's like the Lord has
I could
a
also be
hit
invisible.
out on him, and he wants to challenge him to combat. But I don't think they distribute a flyer to every rank and file soldier with his picture on it.
I mean, yeah,
I'm willing to risk his life on it.
That's fair. Okay, we'll go with that.
I think, according to what the historical documents you've been showing in your cities, we have to walk in a straight line.
I think you also underestimate how petty we can be. We came from an age of immense pettiness.
Well, maybe Lothar should hang back.
It depends on how you want to do this. I am just along for the ride.
Are we negotiating, or issuing an ultimatum? You want to take the lead on this, or definitely shouldn't be me?
Sure. Should we even have the elf person walk with us? Or now that we've cleared a path, should we just let them walk in?
I was going to have her as a diplomat of our pantheon.
Okay, let's do that then.
It would give her easier access than some strange waif walking in from the horde of undead.
Sure, let's do it. So I guess we walk up and knock.
All right, you walk up to the embattled fortress of Nocturnus. So it has large walls that have like energy rays up and like scanners. There are crystalline lizard towers that hover above that like Eye of Sauron style like scan for opposition and you know throw them back. So there's a clear kill zone around the city that isn't being attacked by any forces because it's a little suicidal until they can wear it down. And as you're walking, like some goblins just run directly into the field one after another, vaporizing themselves. Just one after another, like 15 in a row.
Yeah. Very satisfying.
And yeah, you send her out to go walk?
No, we walk up.
Okay. Is she
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah, she's in the middle, I guess.
Yeah, she's the rep.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, the wall is entrenched in the ground. Most of the city actually hovers, and like the walls are kind of just the access way to the area the city can kind of spires around. And yeah, the entire wall you're looking at is a large fossil-like door that spans around the entire wall. So it looks like there are bones and interlocking machinery and osis, you know, coral and bone-like material all around. Like they took a great long serpenty cryptid monster and fossilized it in a wall and mechanized it. So it moves around and clicks. There are many like birds out, like mummified eyes on it that look around and stuff. And you get the wall's attention.
I have Commander we that we just open the doors.
Is that an attack?
I could open the doors. But that I think they might take that as aggression.
You could just go over it.
Do they have like things you can talk to, like an intercom?
There's the wall. The wall is like alive.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's sapient.
I turned the wall
It
into
can-
a
Yeah, there's a difference between a sapient and alive. I thought it was like a guardian thing.
It is.
I'll
It's
use-
undead.
I'll
Not-
use Voice of the Wind so that everyone can hear me.
Alright.
I'll say, greetings. It looks like things have gone better for you. We come from the north. We heard of your plight, and we thought we might offer a truce.
Midor kind of like all his eyes look at you. You can kind of see like there's people on battlements in the city looking and stuff, and he kind of they're watching, but some kind of scatter away instant runners. Are you visible with the crowd? Like, are you there as a person?
Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm not being invisible. Apparently, this is a thing.
All right, some of the guys look at you, and like little red laser beams kind of all are on you, like Guardians from Breath of the Wild, making clicking noises.
We don't request the entrance of ourselves, this great pantheon, but we do request the entry for our diplomat, our ambassador to the great city of Nocturnus. What are they called? The Collective?
The Free Energy Nocturnus.
Yeah.
What do we name the person? The elf?
I don't know, call her fucking
Acer's
wife.
Sophie.
Sophie's
fucking
choice.
Fucking
Trojan.
man,
Helen.
what's your goddamn name? Soth's wife.
What's her bane?
What's your bane? Her name's Corin, so Karen or whatever.
Yeah, this is Karen. Our elven ambassador.
Karen.
The one true elf. So,
all right, the walls kind of look at you guys. They all kind of look around, spin inside their sockets with their mummified, dusty orbs. And eventually the laser gate starts to power down, and like hands inside pull open, and one arm kind of reaches out from one of the plates and hooks onto it, making a bridge for Karen to walk up.
All right, Karen, showtime.
You got it!
I guess we should specify what we did with this person, like, because we kind of...
Glossed over
Sure,
that.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so she kind of has, like, all the perfect grace and whatnot, like, contributed from all four of the Pantheon that are here right now. Like, she's a graceful dancer. She's
Voice of the magpie for a perfect singing voice.
perfect, yeah. Fertility to make her super...
Whatever.
or whatever.
She's perfect.
To ruin it.
Every way that matters.
And
But
I
is this
think
Parks and Recreation?
if nobody had any issue, then we spent enough time to get her converted and stuck in my religion, because it literally just gives her 5 more hit dice, and
It makes her an assassin.
yeah.
I think she was more kind of like she's representing all of us.
Yeah,
it's
she's
best
in all
that
of
she's
us.
not, biased towards one of us,
Fair enough.
especially towards you because
Yeah.
they hate you.
Dirt.
And yeah, for the Marquis, she kind of has necromantic powers and also has a whole bunch of etiquette.
She
rammed
has
into her.
lordly stuff in her.
Yeah,
You're a
super
lord.
lordly. And yeah, I think she
Music Winslow.
has like a ram horn crown, like a feathery, coat, stuff like that.
She looks nice.
Yeah,
We'll actually give her the wings too, because that's
yeah. So she's here to. Yeah,
Bat wings.
I suppose her mission here is to, act as our ambassador, but also to try and seduce Lord Soth.
Try.
Yeah.
You sent her here as a weapon to seduce Lord Soth to de-protagonize him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, she enters the city, and like the drawbridge goes away, and the city locks up. And then eventually someone kind of walks down, like... It's like a skeleton. He's like in World War I trench warfare gear. He has a rifle that glows with purple energy that he like cocks and stuff. It has like a little power core in it. He's just like a little skeleton guy. He looks like he might have been 20 when he died. Hello, you're the Marquise. Right. How are you? We hung out once.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
How have you been? How has Nocturnus been? It's been so long since I've, been in the shadow of its walls.
Could be better. A lot of the cattle died, and a lot of the humans died. And a lot of the people died. A lot of undead around. A lot of hungry vampires.
Though I know there is some antagonism between certain important people amongst Nocturnus and our own pantheon, I do hope that we may be able to come to an understanding that will allow us to.
Yeah. He like takes out a little like signed parchment thing. Like it's been done with like a plume feather pen, and it's been wax sealed, and like it's on vellum.
Oh.
He's like, I'm supposed to deliver this to the Birdman. All right. Yeah, no, I think you can resolve it amicably. It's just how it goes and stuff. You gonna read that, Birdman?
Where it kind of moves a
Can
few
you read
meters.
Boom. Yeah, of course I'll just read it.
Okay, first make a spirit save.
There we go.
T20 would be nice.
Yeah, did you come prepared, man?
Oh, sorry. 17, yes.
Okay, power word kill, which Lord Soft has.
Yeah.
But the loot actually, it's a signet. It goes like woomph, like no one dies. Like it spreads out looking for the nearest target to kill, but it runs out because there's no one around to kill. Anyway, the note says that you've been challenged to mortal combat, and if you have an ounce of honor and dignity and grandiosity and respect in your divine shell, you will meet Lord Soth on the honorable grounds of battle, hence a fortnight to prepare for celebrations and pomp and ceremony and honor vow taking.
He's so dramatic, says the Marquis.
Oh my fucking Christ, Kevin. Last goddamn session. If you were any more extra, we'd have to pay for you to be included in the box set.
Jesus.
Oh, what do you get if you win?
I just basically look at it and just sort of crumple it up and throw it over my shoulder.
The Marquis just keeps away from that paper. Also, you may want to wash your hands very quickly after.
Oh, yes.
Anthrax or pee, one of the two.
So how long do we give this?
Oh, what I know of Lord Soth, maybe half a day.
He's like poking at the letter with the butt of his gun, or with the barrel. He's like, so we're gonna, fortnight, we entertain you as hosts, duel to the death,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
duel of fates.
certainly.
Hey!
You succeeded.
All right. Let me just claps at the gate. Waits a couple minutes, and then the gate starts to open for him. Yeah, I just take the gate. It's got a whole thing going on about it. All right, let's go. Woo!
Well, the ambassador may have proved pointless, but...
Well, no, the
we'll get
ambassador's
dinner and a
meeting
show.
with the Council of Entities to
Oh, that was more to everyone else, not to Skeleton Guy.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't announce that she was useless in front of him, because then it seemed like it's a blatant ploy. Which it already probably
Which it
is.
Yeah.
I just imagine anyone who is close to Lord Soth just sees her coming, they're like, oh.
Oh, we're doing this. Oh, we're doing this.
Oh, they're rolling initiative.
What was her name?
Karen? God damn it. You didn't even read the wiki article.
Did you link it, Devin?
No?
Okay.
I didn't link it. Alright, you walk into Nocturnus, the undead city of night, before Kevin's city of night existed.
Oh, do we?
Stole its name.
Why
My
are we-
city's better.
Why are we going into Nocturnus?
Oh, I don't know. Why are
There's
we?
no way to stop.
I see no reason to, but...
I mean, you have to go in to get this stuff out, right? Just kidding.
I mean, why aren't we?
Maybe
Plus,
there's
the
a
element of surprise was taken away anyway, so... It's not like doors can't be opened from both sides.
Alright, yeah, Nocturnus. It's all spires and floating towers and plankways everywhere, and it creates a miasma field to keep the sun out. Not that it would have been a problem since somebody blotted out the sun forever.
Yeah.
You see people, normal living people, that look like their lives been extended by magic, and they're clearly educated, and they don't have to use magic to vanish their poop because there's plumbing here. There's a lot of undead. I'm not going to say more than your city because your city has a lot of undead in it. It's not that much of a change up in Free Energy Nocturnus. There's a lot of power plants everywhere tapping the negative energy of the place and condensing it into, energon cubes. Lots of power lines pulsing with purple magic everywhere.
And this is a city, right? It has enough people to be a city? Oh, city powers activate.
Oh no. Oh, fucking Christ.
I'm going to subtly case the joint as we walk through.
This place is a fortress, super defended, and it looks like it's been hardened by all their free energy and quick advances up the tech tree.
I'm going to try and figure out where they're, stashing the goods.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. You can see where the Mako plants are. They're, drawing the life essence and the death essence out of the area. There's, the central dark evil power core where the Council of Entities, hangs out around. And, yeah, there's, wizard towers full of, vaults of, art and stuff. Now, Turnus exports food and energy and tech, and they ravenously, at a bigger scale, import culture because their undead citizens need culture to consume. They don't sleep, they don't rest, they don't get tired, so they do nothing but binge watch.
Oh, yeah.
So, Nocturnus needs to constantly import entertainment because there's only so many times you can watch Grey's Anatomy on loop.
Oh, they must be fucked right now then, because there's nothing. Like, aside from what's produced in my city, there's, like, not much in the way of... I guess... Derek show, yeah.
Yeah, like they're doing culture rating and like they're having the people here tell them their stories and they're doing spin-offs and stuff. A lot of that ground to a halt when the apocalypse happened. But the trade-off of that is it gave them something to do because the world was ending.
So their city is completely surrounded by star vampires.
Yeah.
Just watch this shit show happen live.
Yeah, you know, it's entertaining, but it's not what they're used to. They're used to constant drip feeds of culture. They're not getting it. It's pissing them off. Better than, you know, going extinct at the end of the world, though, so whatevs.
And now the Goblin Show.
Yeah, the idea was that they would just colonize back here and like set up a bunch of cultures and like they'd be the masters of the world and like people would just spread out everywhere and create culture for them forever. Ha 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 ha!
Isn't that cute?
Dark vampire nightmare city. Entertaining them forever. Yeah, so that's kind of that. So they have a lot of caches of, you know, riches because the undead nobility, citizenry class likes to, you know, indulge in it. Indulge in it for emotions and passion.
Matteo just goes around, starts stealing everything.
Stuff it in my tunic.
Anathema. Anathema!
Looking down to them like, ooh, culture.
I'm trying to remember what Free Energy Nocturnus' shtick was after that. They were governed in a certain way. I think it was energy credits. They were a post-scarcity society, I remember. Because they didn't really have scarcity.
Pretty easy when everyone's kind of undead.
Yeah.
Thus doesn't leave waste.
Yeah, here it is. They're a near post-scarcity society with a universal standard of living. No one is in poverty in Nocturnus. And automation has taken over everything because they have necromancy. Automation via necromancy. So, no one has jobs that... No one has jobs. The living only have to eat food and produce culture. The dead just have to keep the automation going and keep the living breeding and, you know, thriving. They have, like, easy access to everything. Whatever you want, they can produce it here. They have crafters who've been crafters for 37 generations. You know, they're good.
Okay, so we tour the city and head back to our area where we can't be... where literally everything we say won't be...
Well, you don't really get tours, much as they bring you to, like, the guest area. Like, they give you a guest tower. They're like, stay here, and in a fortnight, we're going to celebrate and stuff, and bring you out and talk. And then Lord Soth is going to kill the Birdman in Mortal Kombat in front of everyone. Over there, in those parade grounds we're setting up.
Very exciting. We'll be sure to film the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
So that's where they want you to be. Just, you know, hang out. The next, like, 7 days? 8 days?
You
3
know what
days?
Fortnite is, Devin?
Again, Catholic school, I don't know most things.
2 weeks.
It's a game, Devin. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, there you go, you motherfucker.
So yeah, like the moment we're alone, I can just use engineering stuff to
Yeah.
make sure we're not being listened in on.
Alright.
So, I mean, if you really wanted me to fight that guy, I would, but I'm not really, honestly, an honor sort of person.
I kind of assumed you wanted to fight him because you didn't turn into a bird or anything that would...
Disguise your nature.
Well, I was sort of thinking we were going to attack the city anyway.
I mean, if we were going to do that, we wouldn't have done the whole Elven Mayo. Okay.
I honestly wasn't sure how that was going to work, but...
You don't see the Elfin Maid. She was to speech to the council entities on your behalf.
Yeah. Either way, it's not as though we abandoned all our soldiers. They're outside in a cave, and if we need to invite them in, we can do so. It'll be very, very simple.
After looking at this city, I have come to the conclusion that, from my perspective, that the entire city needs to be razed.
You would think that, yes.
A place where no one is ever in pain or starving. Definitely want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
They have no need for me then.
It's not really a very effective survival strategy.
You take something away from the man.
Take something away from the man. Now push that cart, Grandma. That reference, by the way, listeners, is to Star Trek Insurrection, one of the awful TNG movies, where these fucking space hippies that have the benefits of like vaccines and better standards of living and healthcare believe that automation is bad because it takes something away from the man. And because this is like a 2000s, early 90s like preaching pitch by people who've never worked a day in their lives, Hollywood exec style, that thing that gets taken away from the man is not dying at 18 from your bones collapsing from working your whole life. Not dying of rickets or fucking polio.
Of course, they're magical space elves who don't age, so...
Yeah. Also, they know how to fix Data's positronic brain, even though they have hundreds of years of a date, because they kept up with all their advanced technology and kept their tools around. But they didn't... But, you know, they don't use it because it takes them away from the man. You pieces of shit. Fuck you, Rick Berman.
Well, I think you can take him out. And if you take him out, it destabilizes their entire society. Plus, your fight could be a huge distraction that we could use for our attack.
Do you think Lord Soth commands this entire city? There's a council.
I think it'll just make a power imbalance.
Oh, I'm certain, but you must understand, we have been around for a long, long time. These are undead. They've been around forever. Power imbalances happen all the time. People die, people come in, a new Banshee Queen will arise, and it'll go on like that, forever.
Well, maybe I just wanted to see the fight, Marquis.
Oh yes, I'm all for that, by all means. We should watch that. It'll be fun.
Alright, so you're not gonna, you do the fight?
Yeah. Additionally, if you beat him in one-on-one combat, what are they gonna do? Like, you beat him in honorable combat in a duel that he challenged you to.
I mean, I think he's the only one that has beef, if you're right. So
I don't recall pissing off any other member of Noctis.
Nocturnus.
Is there any
I
other way
will
that we
run
can give
if
him
it
an
looks
edge?
like I have no chance.
What?
That could put you all in a terrible situation.
I mean, we've already given Lord Soth a grand distraction, provided she works out. And again, honorable combat. If you defeat him in one-on-one, and everyone thinks it's legit, then they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to assassinate you or rush us in the stands.
Well, what would they do? You fucking use the word of city and be like, everyone does.
Yeah.
You were saying?
I was just asking if there's any other way we can give him an edge.
Other than being a 5th level combat Godbound, spec for combat.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything.
But should we use the fight as an opportunity to make our move?
Honestly, if he defeats Lord Soth in single combat, that is going to be a huge move. We may not even need to hostilely take this place over. We can win over followers, worshippers, undermine the entire city.
For a vampire, you're not very bloodthirsty.
I've had many, many centuries to get over that. For now, until I get bored of it
The
again.
Marquis drinks blood in a different way. He doesn't drink your blood. He gives you a city where your needs are all met and catered to, and the city drains the life out of you as you spend day by day pointlessly doing nothing of anything productive forever until you kind of just fade away.
For a good person, you
A
don't
different type of vampire. Modern problems require modern solutions.
For a good person, you don't like can smash. But
Alright, so you guys just spend 2 weeks screwing around here?
I guess.
I
Alright.
mean, I'll try and occasionally do some minor, sensible things, look into what, Soth's history of, combat and stuff like that, but I don't...
Undefeated.
Okay, or, knowing the kind of nonsense that he can throw, but I don't know if there's any kind of...
Yeah, no, definitely. There's fucking entire 25-episode animes about him. And remakes and OVAs and mangas and teleplays and visual novels and DVDs and live-action remakes. A lot of content about Soth.
So
There's
watches...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, watches himself. Why is he represented by a schoolgirl in this one?
It's an alt universe. It's an alt universe. You get used to them. Don't think about it.
We brought an ace ring.
Wait, you haven't seen the body pillow?
No, I'm the attaché to the Nocturnus between the Pantheon. They had dropped me off here a while back. Remember? You guys signed off.
How did that work out?
It's fine. It's great. I got replaced by some fucking elven woman. Okay, cool. No, it's fine.
You're also an elf.
Different. You're not. You really shouldn't talk about it. It's not really your place, dude. You're not the same type. It's a culture.
Know your place, goat.
You got to be from the culture to understand. It's very sensitive. Anyway, Lord Soth has never been beaten in a fight. Lord Soth can take a punch pretty good. Lord Soth, the master of sword combat. Lord Soth can set people on fire with his mind. Lord Soth can kill people with his calligraphy. Lord Soth can kill people with his overbearing voice. Lord Soth has a bunch of ex-wife banshees that sing around him all the time and kill people with songs about how awesome he is.
But they're not allowed to be in the fight.
They're not in the fight, but they will sing, and it will kill people.
So I can dance.
Yeah.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave all these people behind.
Do you have music? No, not yet.
I don't have music, no.
Fuck music. He's got dance. Dance is like a combat word.
Capoeira, man.
Capoeira. Lord Soth can ride an undead dragon into battle. That's his mighty steed.
Would you like to ride me as a dragon in the battle?
Oh no. Lord Soth's touch slays the living. He has a magic sword.
Yeah, that's unless it's an artifact, that's not really as big of a concern. But very well could be an artifact.
He's a dark Buddha of undead knowledge and wisdom of necrotic arts. A Bahistava of the unliving.
If you don't want to do this, we can just attack the city.
Yeah,
We just all attack him at once.
I mean, if you want.
it's
there's
up to
always-
you. I'm willing to take the Flock's decision in this regard. If you whatever you think is the most effective use of our.
The Flock's decision? What, like commit genocide in season 1 and never gets referenced again? Fuck you, Enterprise and Rick Berman.
No, sorry, I never watched Enterprise.
Good.
I only watched Star Trek.
There it is. There it is. Alright, so, sounds like we're on track for the combat.
Apparently, this is a thing.
Would I be able to commission a shrine here? Or
Yeah, the Architect Guild will be like, yeah, we'll build a god shrine here.
Done.
Give us money. And you're like,
The
and
booms.
they're just building it. They're just putting it together.
Well, I'm sitting in, guys.
Alright, you want to fight Lord Soth?
Apparently,
You're a bad enough dude to fight Lord Soth?
probably not. But we're
Lord of
doing it anyway.
Nagergard Keep? Let's do it. I'm going to take a pause and write out a stat block real quick. Doesn't take a lot of time. Just add a bunch of 40s here and there. And we'll be good to go. Alright, we're back, gang. And I forgot to mention, because it's been a while since we've done an actual city that could resist you, but this place has Mundus and Empyrean wards, which you all knew about going in. It's all fine. No one's being jumped. It's not a surprise. It's just, forgot to mention it. So, Nocturnus, being one of the last huge strongholds of the past society, has an active Empyrean ward of 5, which means you have to commit 5 effort to it to use your effort-based power gifts, and a Mundus ward of 10, which means it's a 10 plus multiplier for Dominion changes. This system is largely what is stopping the supernatural influence of the Star Vampire army from fucking it. I had forgotten these existed.
Yeah. Those have really have problems if they rely on effort. If they rely on effort to do their stuff, yeah, they wouldn't be able to do shit in here.
Well, the citizens are fine. They're attuned to it. But the monsters, yeah,
Yeah.
the invasion is rough, and you know what doesn't stop Empyrean wards? Fucking mountains falling on them.
So what we want to do is take control of the Empyrean Ward, attune ourselves to it, detune people we don't want to tune to it, and then take over the city that way. That way it's still defensible. We don't fuck anyone over that we don't want fucked over.
So I was reading about that. Attuning is yes forever. It's not like Windows Active Directory where you set it based on exclusions. It's permission. Once you give someone permission, you actually can't take it back. It looks like.
Oh wow, that's really brutal for what was that? Izao?
Yizao!
Where they were
Yizao!
like, it makes more sense now. Why they're
Where,
like,
the prince, where people would be super pissed at the prince if they attuned you to the thing.
yeah.
Where it's like, wait, what? We can never rescind it? You son of a bitch. And there's that scene from House of Jade Leaves, where the father takes off his gold-studded belt because he's the shogun, and his son, like, betrayed him, and he beats his son to death with his gold-plated belt, like the samurai he is, whipping him until he dies. His son had it coming.
So if they give you the permission to play,
They can't just take it back.
Yeah, but you're not going to live, so it's fine.
No way can this
That's really
ever
presumption
backfire.
of that. presumptuous of them.
I mean, what does Lord Soth care? Either he wins and he's rescinded the thing, or he dies and that's someone else's problem.
But I mean,
Wow.
he hasn't met our party where everybody could like, hey, I'll beat you non-violently, and then you live, and then you'll be my guy.
Yeah, he's not used to you guys nagging them and then making them think they're shit, and then taking away their house, and then making them live on your couch, and then eventually marrying them and having kids with them. He's not used to that level of evil. He's just like a cartoon blackguard.
Should have played the Killer Queen in this game.
He's just an off-brand Darth Vader, guys. He's not used to real evil like how you guys play your characters as abusive boyfriends.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, gaslighting, emotionally abusive boyfriends who are negligent parents and spouses. He's not used to that kind of evil.
I was an awesome parent in that game. I got them fucking godhood.
Your first son, who was your most successful son, who was the head of your cult, who was well-educated and powerful and god-blooded and all that, when people didn't like that you had stolen their DNA to make him out of 5 parents of your circle, you picked him up and football punched him off a mountain as an infant. And, like, he grew up fine after that.
I got him an exaltation. It's fine.
You got him a tutor,
And a tutor. A lot of tutors.
but you threw him off a mountain.
I'm just imagining like the
Like fucking Cronus.
the freaking Evan the Evan Shadow appearing. Wow, that was dark even for me.
He did say that, and then he married
He did
me.
say that, and in the game, he married the Killer Queen. Like, they got to hell, he was like, I have a special surprise for you, and everyone's ready for the combat, and they go into this dark place, and the box opens up, and it's a wedding ring made out of the solar crown that, the
crown of
Merle,
thunders.
that they had merged to a wedding ring, and the other dragon's like, marry me, and she's like, yes, it's the perfect relationship. I get all the power, I basically inherit some bit of hell, I get to marry someone who has 1,000 souls and bodies to pork my way through, and he's in jail, which means if I don't want to have to deal with my husband, I can scream at him, walk away from the jail he's in, go enjoy my life with other people, and my husband's in jail and doesn't have any control over my estate, wealth, power, or children. It's literally the perfect marriage.
Yeah. We felt bad for the Ebon Dragon here.
Yes. Yeah, it was a dark wedding. You invited your normal mortal mother to attend, and Moon and the Unconquered Sun showed up because we had a dragon got married. Like, you're going to show up in hell for that. But
Best part was that ring, the crown it was made from,
Oh my God.
was something that all the party was fighting over, and my character was like, I don't care about the crown. I'm gonna go over here and not talk about it ever. And I got it anyway.
someone sold it, and then it turned into a wedding ring. Lord Soth isn't used to that concept of evil. He's like a cartoon character. It's like if you went to a G.I. Joe cartoon and shot Destro, Cobra Commander would be like, oh my god, why? Why would you do that? What does humanity rot?
That robot chicken one with the sniper.
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright.
You set up the take the wish thing.
To make a wish foundation.
The fucking little orphans
No,
with
this
their
will be like
pennies
the,
from heaven.
if things look incredibly grim, make it and I'll make whatever one. I'll owe you the wish.
The fucking March of Dimes.
Everybody owes Azazel.
Man, I'm popular.
Just if that happens, it's a good idea. It's better than me bringing that thing in because.
Oh, Mathiel, do you want to make the wish?
Who wants to waste their one wish?
No, it's not that. It's just if it goes bad, and then I will give. If that happens, I will give the wish for whatever you want.
Sure.
Alright, you're all brought out. There's like a parade ground. There's a lot of people here. Like 15,000 souls are here. They're in stands. They're watching from towers. They're telecasting in. You know, it's like a fight arena. It's like a football stadium that they have like stands around and stuff. You know, like one of those mega churches that can fit 100,000 people, but they lock out more people. It's one of those. And like, you know, people are getting the crowd going. They're giving out gifts and memorabilia. There's Lord Soft and Demon Monster action figures.
I'm going to have my vampire squadron going around and kind of passing out it's not really well, it is blatantly propaganda, but it's like they're handing out media and stuff from the city,
Yeah.
Comic books and stuff that they've written.
I imagine the Blue Blood vampires go to a restaurant and have a nice meal, and then the server's like, "Oh my god, he left 100 credits as a tip," and it's one of those flyers that says, "Come find Jesus."
That's evil even for me.
Lord Soth isn't used to this kind of evil.
War has been declared.
I'm gonna go in as Lothar's second. I'm going to advance ahead of him, and I'm going to demand the right to inspect the area and the weapons being used.
Go for it.
Okay.
Lord Soth is like, a wise choice from his bucket helmet.
Right. I'll walk
People should
around the
Google
area
Lord
and
Soth.
check it. Then I'll inspect whatever weapons you're using. And I'll inspect Lord Soth's sword.
He's my righty and
Pass it
lefty.
back.
Sure. Wailing Phantasmagoria, his artifact sword,
Yeah.
is bound to gifts of sword.
Okay.
So it's a powerful tool of darkness. The blade glows purple like a knockoff lightsaber because he's a knockoff Darth Vader.
All looks good.
Attune to it. So
Lord Soth's attuned to it.
like if you had sword and just I wielded this. It's mine now.
I did have sword.
You're gonna you can try that. I think that'd be a contest with Soth.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But you could. Or when he dies, it's all like, oh no. Whoop, sword.
Word of freedom, I free your sword from me, O Lord Soth.
I still think that's a roll-off in some way.
Probably.
Which is fine. You just gotta drain his effort down a bit.
Perfect.
Marky's going to slide in beside Soth while he's preparing. You've gotten bold, challenging a god. Single combat, that.
He laughs with a melodramatic, deep voice from his bucket helmet. My Count, my dear Count, we have all slain gods before.
Haven't we? It's not too late, though. I know Lothar. He will crush you. I wish it wasn't so. I wish you would drop this ridiculous rivalry. There's so much that you and the city could provide the world.
But is it ridiculous? Is standards and culture and customs and honor something we must too forsake along with everything else to exist in this new world? And he just kind of gestures with his fireball eyes and his bucket helmet to the stands. And look at the crowd. You ever seen anything like it?
Not often enough anymore.
Enjoy the show. Everyone else will. And really, at the end of the day, Count, it is the show.
You put on a good show, then. Kind of raises his wine glass.
But you get his motivation in one thing. It's like, no, this is going to be great. People will love this.
Yeah, exactly. He immediately gets that.
Yeah.
You put on that show, then. You put on the best ammo.
Hey guys, have you ever seen a dead body?
I mean, goblins are super great for necromancers. You just fucking murder them and turn them into zombies. Zombies don't cause problems. It's fucking
Actually, that's-
solve for X.
I think it gets rid of their ability to like reproduce in weird ways.
Yeah, they don't
too.
reproduce anymore. They're zombies.
That's why I have the living ones to reproduce, and they turn that into zombies in there.
That's why you get your first age air aspected mats and put all the goblins inside.
Devin, no.
Wood mats, wood aspected mats for fertility.
No breeding camps.
It is a Zazel camp. It's all fine, guys.
Right?
They just have the Goblin Pit where a creation of Matzayel has got the dance gift that you don't have to eat or sleep. You just lock them in there so goblins can goblin out as much as they
Goblin
want.
out.
And then when one of them, you just shake it up a bit, and when a couple fall out, they just die and you turn them into skeletons.
Right? So, has everyone Googled what Lord Soth looks like so they know what they're looking at here?
I think I linked it in the Discord.
He linked it in the Discord.
Everyone has it? Armor,
Lord
bucket
Buckethead.
helmet, fire eyes.
Lord Buckethead.
Yeah, bucket helmet. This is the most important part about Lord Soth. Bucket helmet. Okay, I'm going to pause one more time. We're going to add his stuff to the battle sheet, and then we're going to begin. I'm going to offload this file too, because we're at 100 minutes. Alright, we're back. So, you are brought out to the battlefield. Lord Soth, emerges to cheers and fanfares and trumpets and a disco EDM remix of whatever his theme is. The Black Rose crest is everywhere because he's the Knight of the Black Rose.
Oh.
His wives are there screaming their death song. Are you into death magic?
If it's mortal magic, then if it's fort or what save?
It is mortal magic.
And is it what is the target?
What is
Spirit
the target?
or fort?
Spirit, yeah.
Then yes,
You're immune to it?
yes.
Good. We've glossed over that. Yeah, they're kind of like blotted out. They're tuning that out in the stands, so it doesn't kill everyone, just everyone.
Death magic doesn't work against the dead, does it? Or does it?
No,
Oh,
that's
perfect.
not.
I'm totally fine.
Yeah, no, none of, your heart can't stop from the mournful wails of his unsatisfied ex-wives.
What beautiful music.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm recording this back home.
It's like if you
Everybody
take a
dies.
picture of the sun and then open it up on your phone, it creates sunlight and kills vampires. Yeah, if I was playing, I would just be pulling that shit
Smack
all
a
day,
tea
every day.
cups.
The Marquee is live streaming this back to like every single like television screen on every single building. Back
Do you
home.
stream it with delay, so in case something goes bad...
We can cover it up.
No, it's funnier this way.
All right. Do you do anything to like pump up the crowd
Huh?
before the fight starts? Do you do anything to like pump up the crowd?
The Birdmen, who are, I'm assuming I've got a couple
They're
with me to do that. They
Ryan Blessing's there.
yeah, they do a bunch of like kata and basically that sort of thing.
Karate.
You know,
They show off their
Up
black
there.
belts.
That awkward final episode of The Office.
It's like, the other way, probably like...
Lothar stands there in b-boy stance, you know, looking imposing and alien.
All right.
I guess they had like large part of the stand with his brooding, like, yeah, cheering with that.
Yeah. It's all good.
You can do it, Lothar! Says the Brian Bless Sergeant.
Right? You'll be destroyed! He says to Lord Soth. Not you. Alright, Lord Soth walks in from like the sculpted, you know, kind of vine carved into metal and stone opening to the arena where the home champion comes out of. He walks out to praise and song and chanting, and like his banners unfurling as he walks like all around the arena. And from his armor, he plucks a single black rose and tosses it on his side of the stands where that elf maiden is. It's all very classy.
Now we have some spiritual connection, we can curse him.
Yeah. Fucking sun smite, baby.
You didn't sign the prenup. It's okay.
And of course, beforehand, you're attuned to the Imperium Wars, so you don't have to lose your 5 ever.
Because that would be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad. Alright. And, yeah, you know, he draws his sword. He points it at you. He calls out to the stands, "For your crimes against creation, prepare to be severed."
I honestly can't remember what I did to piss him off.
Which ones? We've got a whole litany.
I probably killed some random guard that like looked like that was turned out to be his wife or something.
You probably
Combat begins. Do you have a trick to go first?
Yes, I do.
You should start listing those tricks.
Actually, yes, you should start doing the tricks.
You start doing this.
Alright, so, Storm Breaks instant. Before the first round of combat, I will go. Scene-based expenditure 1.
Yep.
I will use the Red Jaws of Frenzy, and I will make 3 attacks against him.
Cool beans.
Okay.
That's for the day.
Go.
What's his AC?
0.
right? Okay, so hits.
Okay. So as soon as you start into him with your supernatural divine magic, his artifact activates 9 iron walls.
Yeah, so no damage to him.
No physical damage.
No fighting.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, no, this is happening.
Alright, so
Everyone gets 1. And by 1, I mean 3. So yeah, he parries every single attack you throw at him with his two-handed, he has 2 hands on the longsword, just, you know, sparks flying, divine magic, battle auras, power comas, glowing power eyes, all of it's happening.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Peter?
Maybe we should have explained, like, oh, if we knew that it was a sword based, then maybe if we gave you some weapon that's not physical, we go through that.
Well, a little late for that.
A little late now.
Bring the Killer Queen out to nag him and do emotional damage.
Little speaker from Crimson.
I'm gonna marry everyone in this setting and then break their hearts.
Yeah, that's kind of what you were like.
That's vengeance, or
It was very effective. It was very effective.
It's very weird for a character who wasn't remotely sexy.
Yeah, you had, like, no sex appeal. Again, apparently so did Cleopatra. Apparently was not a looker, they say. She just had really commanding personality and was like a Renaissance woman.
Yep.
There you go.
There we
Killer
go.
Queen.
Alright, so I attack him with my attacks, and then it does nothing, so
It does nothing.
he gets a shot.
This is my real voice.
What you were saying?
Can I use the wish machine?
It's in your hand. It's attuned.
So yeah, if it starts going
If you want
really
to spend
bad,
your wish,
I'm gonna go to a dark corner.
All right, there are many dark corners. This is a city without light.
Okay. I
Well,
wish
there's strobe
that,
lights everywhere.
I wish that when I summon something, it becomes replaced with an identical copy.
Okay, to summon away Lord Soft's sword.
Yes.
All right, this will be a contested roll from Lord Soft.
Okay.
All right, so I think that. Oh, no, I think he has to roll safe. Since you can do it for free,
Yeah.
you can do this every turn,
no.
and he has to roll safe.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the thing: you're not doesn't cost you anything, and he has to roll to save. So if he fails, he'll spend an effort to auto save. This is like, oh. So you could start tapping his effort out. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
okay.
You didn't even need to use the wishing engine for that. You just keep pulling on the sword.
Well, but then his sword would disappear, and people would be like, "Why did his sword just disappear?"
You can just be like, I won't know.
He did off his
So
sword.
he's replacing it with like an actual regular. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
There's a goddess of swords in the city. How did that sword disappear?
And like, here's an exact replica. You can like replace it or something. That's
I
fine.
think you don't have to use the wishing engine for this. I think what could happen is if you succeed to pull a sword away, you could spend an effort for the day to miracle a sword in his hand.
Okay, that sounds good.
I don't think the wishing engine needs to
Of
come.
course, you can only do
involved
it
here.
once because you're not attuned to the words.
Yeah,
What?
but I only need to do it once.
Yeah. He's
He
got
has a sword.
He's got 0 effort. Effectively, he's got like 1 effort. Because the first time he uses effort, it's
Oh, you gotta put the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. You only have to do it once. So that's your clever thing. You're effort tapping Lord Soth.
Yeah.
Let's see if he saves. I think he has like a 5+ save. If not automatic. Probably 5+. And that's a 5+.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do that every turn.
Do it! Alright. Anyone else do anything clever?
nope. All right,
Okay.
you can have a shot.
Alright. His unholy aura goes out. Next turn, if you're in melee with him, you're going to start taking damage every round from his zone of danger that he emanates.
Is this necrotic damage?
Technically it's fire damage.
Okay.
He has the word of fire and death. Yeah. He's a death knight. They do fire and death.
I didn't know about the fire part.
They do fireballs from their hands, like unholy, like doom balls.
Okay, that
And
makes
also have
sense.
fire auras. And like, he's all blackened and burned because he was set on fire when that bitch wife of his totally burned down his castle when the
For
apocalypse
no
happened.
reason.
For no reason at all. She fucking threw a chandelier on herself and burned herself and her baby to death when he stood there and did nothing. It was her fault.
So that one time when we did it after entering that dream here.
Yeah, that was good times. Good times. So yeah, that's going to happen next turn. Watch out.
Okay.
All right, he's going to attack you 4 times. 2
right.
attacks, 2 actions.
Okay.
All right, here comes Lord Soft. He has to roll an guess. Hit. Ah, fuck. Hit.
Since you,
Miss. Miss.
Since
Yeah,
you
that's
took Constitution, right? The endurance.
Endurance.
Yes.
Should you miracle that take 1 less damage from everything gift for this fight?
Is that a D12?
I'm going to see what he does because if he does a D12 straight, it's not going to help.
It's a D12 straight.
I figured.
You know, if he does beat you and you enter Divine Fury, you should just like be like, "Oh no, I'm dying," and explode into a bunch of birds, so that
Power
it looks
coma birds.
Yeah,
Birds with the red glare from the memes.
Yeah, it looks like you were defeated and turned into a flock of birds, and that was your eruption of power, and you're literally just flying away. And you're like, "I'm
All right.
free."
12. I rolled 2 dice. I got 1 and 11.
Well, so that's down to
So yeah, Lord Soft boots you with his bucket head boot and kicks you back and takes a
Body,
slash.
I'll use my artifact, and I will body of the dragon, the iron scales, the 11.
So it just doesn't happen?
Yeah, it basically just cracks.
He boots you back against your dragon scales and then spins and with that sword fucking nicks you across the chest. He Nicholases you right across the chest, you take 1 damage.
Alright.
It's your turn.
I continue to attack him. It does not.
what's his level of zone of danger here? How many health?
Yeah,
Well-
maybe you should move away.
Oh yeah.
No.
The max, which is 10 fire damage every turn.
Do you want a gun?
I know you're very honorable. Maybe you should
Also-
think about ways we can cheat.
No, I'm fine. I'll pass.
I mean,
this is entertaining as it is.
If he's doing also melee, then if you walk away from the zone of danger, then he'll have to come to you out of the zone of danger, then later you'll be able to...
The zone is centered on him.
Ah.
It's melee with
The problem is I don't have any ranged attacks worth mentioning. And the other problem is if I stop attacking him, I have to commit for hungry ravens again.
Hungry hippos.
No.
This is a gift, or
It's a gift you can see has from fire.
Yeah, I mean, fire has
that
that...
does 10 damage.
Your level in damage. Like that's what zone of danger suit. They do your level of damage in a zone.
Okay, so it's not a word gift; it's an actual and considered an environmental hazard.
It's an environmental hazard coming from his gift.
Okay, yes, that I can use in the event.
Yeah, you just shut down the gift.
It's like...
I'm assuming you had a power for it.
Well, yeah, but I do have something. But
Like, in Godbound, Zone of Danger is a thing you can do under any word, but Fire has a slightly better version of it that you can buy as a gift.
Yeah, he has a greater version of it because I didn't bother writing it all down. It's like, hey, it's his level in zone of danger around him. He spent an effort for the day.
It's almost like he's a boss monster.
Yeah, don't think about it. Is it balanced? Probably.
You can...
I'm going to Elemental Scorn.
I don't know what that means.
It is. I have to miracle it, so that.
Oh,
costs me-
endurance!
Yeah,
Yes.
it grants you
Hey, that would
immunity to
do
an
it.
element.
That would totally do
So
it.
I don't want to do that.
You're like, I'm immune to fire damage. And he's
Yes.
like, oh. Yeah, so for the next scene, you're immune to fire damage.
Yep.
Boom. Anyway, you were attacking him?
But he doesn't do anything. Right?
Well, he's going to wait and see what kind of attacks you do, because if it's not too much, he's not going to waste his effort.
I thought it was for the round.
It's a scene.
No, his one.
Yeah, his one round.
Oh, okay.
So it's your turn at the top of the round, so his 9 iron walls is off. And he's going to see how bad you attack him, and if it's bad, he's going to put up another 9 iron walls. But if it's not too bad, he'll just take a few damage.
You attack him once, or twice, or 3.
Yeah, it lasts until the start of the next round.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do it again.
It's
This
the
is
start of the
the
next
start of the
round. You
Oh,
start the
okay.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. So this is round 2.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Hits. Hits. Miss. I'll salt it. Hit.
Okay, he's going to 9 iron walls that. That's a 3-pointer. Before he 9 iron walls it, is we're going to do anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to yank that sword away.
Saving throw! And that's a 5+.
Then I was like, after each attack, you should be like resolving it, and like, oh, are you using it now? No? Okay, I'm going to do attack again, and so on, so on. Like, but
Oh, I guess. Oh, no, that makes sense. No, you're right. He can't retroactively do it. He has to decide while the attacks are coming.
yeah.
Okay, so you rolled and you hit him on the first attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is when he's going to activate 9 iron walls to not take damage. That is correct, Peter.
Yeah.
He cannot play silly games.
No backseas.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, shield of swords. He's a perfect fighter. Just go.
Let's go.
Here he comes. He's the perfect soldier. He's like the Doom Marine, but less cool. And that's a hit. That's a
He
hit.
can make a saving throw.
For what?
He needs to make a saving throw against salting the luck, or he will take a 6 on his whatever shot hit roll.
Oh, okay. Well, he will. I'm gonna roll his other 2 attacks, then we'll roll a save on that hit. And that's a hit. That's a miss. So okay, now he saves. That's a save.
Okay.
All right, 3 hits coming down the pipe. Uh oh. 21.
Whatever his 2 highest are,
He rolled an 11
I will.
and a 9, and then a 1. 11, 9, 1.
I'll negate the 11 and the 9 with my 2 points of effort from artifact using
Okay.
Iron Skills.
Just take 1 damage.
You only take 1. Again, yeah, he's hacking into you, trying to press you up against like one of the fan walls so that people can see just how much he rocks.
Yep.
Top of the round.
I will take 3 shots at him.
All right, roll your first.
Oh, that's not going to work. Salt. Hit.
Does he use it?
Oh, fuck! I gotta save. 6. Sorry.
So he used 9
Yes.
iron walls.
Does he use it again?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
He's out of 9 iron walls.
Yeah.
You only have 3 shots with it, the super artifact.
Cool.
That's a pretty brutal artifact.
3 iron walls.
I mean, yeah, that's bind to the word and effort. And that's it, probably. That's all it needs.
Bind to the gift.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, it's his turn.
Yep.
He's gonna try and murder you. He's just pushing you back, like just a fucking focused fight machine. Miss. Hit. Miss. Miss.
Alright.
And salting. You salt him
He got one hit.
I can't salt in this one.
Alright, well, you're gonna take it then.
Yeah, it's only I can only salt it if the last one is stored.
9.
Okay.
You guys are watching, the fans are cheering. It's a pretty furious fight going on. There's divine power going all over the place. Like, these effects are happening in real time. There's a burning effect setting everything on fire. He's throwing sword slashes at him. There's explosions and massive attacks. It's just not very impressive behind the table. Alright, you go first. He's out of no cells.
Okay, I'll start hitting him for realsies this time.
Do you want to be doing anything else now?
Yeah. I'll wait until Mark's done, though.
Alright.
Salt. Oh, miss. Salt. Hit. Salt. One hit.
Salting away
That makes me salty.
D10.
Yes. Thank you.
1 hit.
4 damage.
I don't know. That's 10% of his health.
Oh, buddy.
Oh no. It's only going to get worse from here for from Lauren Soth. That's his given Christian name, Lauren Lord Soth. Alright, you're actually starting to hurt him now. He hasn't been hurt like that in a while. It's what, claws? Fucking claws
Yeah,
tearing
it's
into
just
his
basically
armor?
claws and
You're pushing him
karate
back.
kicks and...
Karate kicks. Alright. He...
Crane kick!
Oh!
I'm going to use Walk Without Rhythm. Walk Without Rhythm on him. He becomes unable to move in graceful or controlled ways, and he loses his move action each round. In order to safely step from his location, he needs to use his main action. He can commit effort to throw off the effect.
He will commit effort to throw off the effect. Okay, alright. Cool. Oh, I see. Is it to the day?
Commit for the scene.
Scene. And you do that every scene?
But if I'm targeting one person, it lasts indefinitely.
But he can commit to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, he commits to get rid of it.
Does
Per
it cost,
action or forever?
Just to get rid of the effect.
Okay.
does it cost you effort?
It cost me all my effort.
So that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just those
10% of
words.
effort. Gone. Anyone else want to cheat?
I'm specifically not like cheating in that.
Lord Soft said one line of dialogue to you, and you're like, awesome.
He wouldn't have cheated anyway. That was just.
Oh, okay. I thought that was it. It was like, oh, awesome.
He
wants the
healing
theater.
you?
I mean, he also agrees with the fact that it's a show. Why are you cheating for this big show for a
Right?
whole bunch of people?
He's gonna murder you.
Oh, they'll like it
Yeah.
as long as someone dies.
Because, I mean, you need to hit him 9 times for him to go down. So that's at least 3 rounds. And if he's like putting up to, 20 damage on average a turn?
I got
1 to 36.
Especially when he pulls out his giant Mac.
20 on average.
1 to 48. Was that your turn?
Yeah.
His turn?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, he's gonna do 2 things to you in a row. You have to make 2... What kind of saves are these? Okay. 2 hardiness saves. Or you die.
Oh my.
Oh,
Salt
that
the
will be a
luck.
fail. I will salt the luck. There we go.
Oh my god, if I killed you. Yeah, so...
Well, I can technically still spend effort, too.
Yes.
Yeah. So he puts out his hand and like black flames cover it, and everything goes quiet for a moment as it's just you two in the middle of a dark kind of void, and he just says, "Fall," and you can feel your soul kind of being pulled a bit out of your soul hole, and you just shrug that, you just bat that away and shrug that off. It's not a good feeling.
No, Sans, no.
When he does that and it fails, I'll start cheering madly.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Woo! Demon God magic!" that's visually distinct for people around. So he just put his hand above, he puts his hand like above his shoulders, like raised up in the air, and it's like down like a plunge, just goes fall. And anyone else would be fucking dead.
Yeah, I can see why this guy was pretty confident in his ability to win.
He has to do a single point of damage to you to be able to do this. By the way, that's why he was.
Okay.
Cherry tapping.
What's his other action?
That was 2 in a row. He did.
He did
He
twice.
did 2 actions, 2 saver dies in a row.
All right.
Through his
I
effort.
just start ripping at his hands that he's got out, basically.
He's gonna do it next turn too. Because he has effort to spare.
I mean, that's less deadly than him ripping into him.
Yeah, but it's more effective.
Hits.
It's more fun.
Hits. Thank God for salt.
Oh no!
Just think of that terrible movie every time.
What?
Salt.
Oh, the action movie that I don't remember?
Yeah, that's how
I remember
terrible
it's
it
called
is.
Salt, and it's like a spy movie, I think.
10 damage.
Uh-oh.
4, 4, and 2.
Okay, so he's down to 26 hit points. He's down to 65% of his health. Alright, yeah, you're pushing him back, you're chewing into him. You can see like some of his armor bits tear out, and like there's bone underneath, and like blackened evil flesh and a miasma. And yeah, he again, for his turn, he just puts his hand up into the air and puts it down and goes, fall! And he's going to hit you 2 more times with the reaping word. Save or die, 2 hardiness saves. Like, he's not even, like, he's walking away
might
from
have to
you.
spend an
to the
effort.
crowd. Oh my god, that would have
For
killed
the
you.
day,
Yeah.
he's down to 2 effort, man.
He has 5 effort
Salt.
left.
There you go. Alright, I'll take 3 shots on him.
And Eldritch Words is just a lesser gift for me. I'm totally immune to this shit.
You're not immune to death magic, asshole.
Immune to any hostile low magic or theurgy used directly against me.
Oh, this is just a greater gift of death.
Oh! Yeah.
So that's...
This is death god magic he's using, because he's like
death
an
god,
avatar
yeah.
of a death god.
Okay.
He has access to their divine miracles.
Wait, what
12.
the fuck god is around?
Like that bitch Takaisis, but it's expanding universe, don't worry about it. 12 damage? Alright.
Do worry about it. He's crimping on my territory.
She's a 5-headed chromatic dragon woman who's definitely not Tiamat from other D&D lore. Margaret Weiss made an original character.
Do
As
not
did
steal.
Tracy Hickman. Alright, he's down to 14 hit dice. As you're just pushing him around. As you're pushing him around and clawing him and like tearing into him, he turns around and spins his sword at you over and over again, like Link doing a whirlwind.
Spin to win.
Yeah, he Garrus spins to win. So 4 attacks coming down the pipe. Hit. Miss. Hit. Hit. Did you do anything to his rolls?
No, I'll take the 3. I've got enough hit points that he can't.
12. 3. 15. 8. 23? Yeah,
That's
23.
painful. But I'm still alive.
How much HP are you going to check?
I have 21 hit points left.
Oh, man.
You're in the danger zone.
Yeah, he's slashing into you, carving bits of you out, pushing you back into the middle of the arena where all the
Can you
spotlights
heal him?
are.
I guess I could. I guess I should.
I mean, he has 14 hit dice. If you can let Lothar take his turn, and if he fucks up, you guys might want to try and cheat.
Well,
your way to
keep
Not
in
probably
mind,
do like, what,
I'm not
12?
totally worried because I've got Divine Fury.
yeah, you'll be
And
fine.
I'm in enough hit points close. Like, if he was still at 40, I'd be like, oh my sweet god, this is ridiculous, and would have fled by now.
I mean, you still need 2 turns, so you take another round of his. I think I should heal the party.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, let's see.
I think
Goats
it's like
have no honor.
I mean, we already knew that.
fucking Michael Dorn beside you. He has no honor.
I mean, you could be rolling attacks in the meantime.
I mean, it's from a pre-chivalry society.
I
so,
don't- yeah, it's like-
I don't have high expectations.
Jesus Lord. Are you bad enough to kill Lord Soth canonically
Plus 7 health.
across all games?
12.
He's down to 2. Alright, yeah, you're bringing him low. He's running out of juice. You can see like the energy evaporating off of him, all the dark energon he's accrued. You fought well, beast monster. Let's see how sturdy your resolve really is. And he calls down the final curses of an angry god on you. Roll 2 saves or die, asshole.
Salt? Oh my god. Actually, that might be high enough.
Oh no. Can I kill a PC with Lord Salt?
What is it? What's the save? That's not right. I haven't
That's
changed
not
it.
right.
What is the save? Is 15 minus
Con or like strength?
and then level is involved in some way.
Yeah.
What's your con modifier? +3?
Here, can you do the math
No,
for
yeah,
it?
+3. Yeah,
Okay, so +3. So yours would be 7 because I'm at
there we go.
+2, so I'm at 8.
Yeah. So
Did you
yes,
die?
no, I
Succeeded.
salted on it.
Alright.
That was the first one.
Second, 13.
Alright. You didn't die. It would have been so good if I killed a character with Lord Soft and his death throws.
Okay.
I mean, he still has 2 efforts, so.
I still have 2 effort and the rage.
Lord Soft is 3.
All right.
That's nice
I
for
will
him.
attack him 3 times.
Okay, roll your dice. And see, tell me if you get a hit.
Hit.
Does he do
Go,
anything?
keep going with hits. Were any of those hits?
1.
1 hit?
1 hit.
Oh my god, you might not roll 2 damage. Okay, roll.
Roll damage.
Oh my god.
2 damage.
Alright, you kill Lord Soft. Forever canonically in all games across all of the hobby.
You kill him in the multiverse.
Yeah, you fucking kill. I don't know, however you want to kill him. Tell us how you killed Lord Soft.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Lord Soth is basically been whacking me with his hand thing, so I'm going to claw off his arm and beat him over the death with it until his helmet falls off.
Alright, it's just a fucking mummified black charred skeleton. Underneath
Shove
with
it
googly
directly
eyes.
into his eyes.
Alright, you smash Lord Soft and slay him. Let me just pause briefly. Alright, we're back. So Lord Soft, the fucking guy, falls and dies, and it gets quiet for a moment. And everyone starts cheering.
Okay, yeah. Luthor will rise up and do like a fly up in the victory pose.
And everyone starts cheering. I don't have more of the song that doesn't have dialogue in it. Yeah, right? And everyone starts fucking cheering. It's a party. Do I have party music? I don't think so. The soundtrack's pretty dour.
Lothar, the hero of the party. Now, what will Prince of the Universe say?
Right? Alright.
Does Lothar does the Lord Soth have a magical ring that starts creating laughing after I kill him? Because that's
I mean,
he's got it.
Not no.
Or that bomb he had surgically implanted in his chest before, right before the battle.
Now, see, he has got, like, his heart pacer that's connected to everyone else in the city so that they ritualistically just die. Oh, I'm that kind of evil.
Yeah, I don't have the.
You don't have cheerful music.
I don't have the thing anymore on my soundtrack.
Oh no.
So yeah, people are cheering. Do with that what you will.
Reap it.
And reap them. Now what my real voice sounds like.
Yeah.
So, what now?
Well, I have no idea why he was so angry at me, but okay.
Oh.
So who are we negotiating with now?
Yeah, I guess that elf didn't really work out. I mean, sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry, Karen, your life no longer has meaning.
Okay.
Explodes. She just takes the heart. She's like, I knew this was going to happen.
Suicide caller.
I mean, we could put her in Soft's armor and make her take his place in the council.
We'll just all retract our influence and she'll fall apart into her base materials. You know, a bunch of shitty extended universe Ravenloft books.
Right? Oh, the Ravenloft novels are not great.
I mean, like, abandoning your project, that seems also like that it might come back later, like, the Longhorn. It'll be fine, guys. Nothing bad.
Yes, hi, the true nemesis of the game, Karen.
That's kind of great.
Ah.
Yeah, she's just gonna be like the model for all the Photoshop, the photo booth pictures where you just need someone laughing at salad or
Yeah, a woman laughing at salad will be her new career.
So how do we pivot this into plundering?
we're gonna plunder you now.
This is our real voice.
I mean, they seem to love at least one of us.
You keep what you kill. I bet lots of us well off. So let's plunder.
That's true.
Here's his sword. It's an artifact, right?
Oh yeah, well, Jared, I think you're gonna.
It's probably actually more useful for you than it is
Probably
for me.
Taya should use it.
We'll
right?
take a look at it and see what it does later.
Sure.
But
It's
actually,
a sword.
problem, I can't use my martial arts with it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll take the sword.
Either way, they now love you, and by extension us. So we start plundering worshippers.
Yeah, we can. I'm sure that I can get a few converts to my to join the Eagle Scouts and learn the ways of the hungry, devouring beast.
So, should we talk to the council or something about what's their political stance with us now? That's how things work.
The only problem Lord Soft had was with him. There's no other problems they have with you. They're actually pretty amicable because he used to be on the Council of Entities and used to rule the city.
Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that at all?
You've just been fighting yourself.
Again.
So this is our city now?
No.
Once they worship us, it's not going to matter. So we build our temples here, and we claim it as a slow victory. We take what we need over time.
And we perhaps do a quick hunt for the star vampires to push them back a little.
Yes.
And we take all their best treasure and shards?
Oh yes, over time. It's not as though they'll need them.
Over time is in like the next 30 to 40 minutes?
You're so impatient.
It's called trading.
Yeah, you want to attack this place and loot it, blow up the fucking divine wards.
Or they give it to us as thanks when we protect them from the star vampires, become their new gods, and go from there.
Well, let's negotiate that.
You can't really pirate that, but okay.
That's the opposite of looting.
It's like you go in, you stay there 30 years, every day you take a little bit out of the bank. They just give it to you.
Rufio's
That's
gonna be so
that's how it works. Literally, that's how it works.
Womp womp.
We start to undermine their culture with our own. They love that.
It's really hard though because they got their Dominion shields up.
Oh yeah, but once they love us enough, once they start worshiping us, they're gonna be
Or
like, yes.
also,
here.
they don't have them up to me.
Well, they don't have the effort one at the Imperium Ward. They didn't sink you to the Mundus Ward, you piece of shit.
So we can always save them from the star vampires.
You can
I'm sure
always
that'll.
use your faction to create change, because I don't think Munduswarks work on factions.
That's right, because they're not magic.
Yeah.
It's power. Political power.
The best type of conquering.
Yeah, pressure them into removing their wards on us.
Kill them like the rest. Well, what else are you in the city?
Oh, we're
Well, I
establishing
guess we're going to
stuff.
talk to the council.
All right, there's like 3 members of the Council of Entities left.
Wow.
Worship us,
Do you want to just...
open your treasury, and we'll...
No.
We can save you from the star vampires.
All right, there's a zombie Lord Baron. There's a Wraith Queen, and there's some sort of mummy entity covered in gold. They all kind of look over at the marquee, and they're like, "Worship us," and they're like, "No, we're not going to worship you, nor will our citizens. You can't just leave the council and come back a living god and then make us worship you."
Oh, I didn't say anything. I'm just here.
We can see past the power play.
Will you allow us to build our shrines in your city and have the populace decide whether they want to worship us?
The Wraith Queen starts laughing like Rita Repulsa. Yes, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll allow the people to decide for themselves. Yeah, we've all done that ploy. Allowing people to choose their own culture. No.
You know you can't survive these star vampires without us. We can easily tip the scales.
Well, then tip the scales for something a little less, a little less overwhelming than all of our souls and society becoming subservient to you.
What do you think will happen to your souls otherwise if you don't worship one of us? What happens when you inevitably crumble to dust?
I throw myself into the void at the heart of the universe and cease to exist, thereby cheating Caparaka of all of my sins.
I have a.
The mummy guy's like, oh, I'm just.
I have a thought. Perhaps we should leave this city. We'll come back at a more amicable time.
I mean, this is about as amicable as it's going to get. You just slew one of the council. Everyone loves you right now.
Yeah, let's give everyone a night to sleep on it.
Nothing.
We're not going to give you the whole goddamn city.
Of course not. No, we don't expect you to give us the city. We'll just fly. I guess we're just like, that's like the basically just like a text message goes out to all these. Yeah, let's sack this place.
We're going to roam it.
So the
We're going to get our roaming charges ready.
So the next councilman will be challenging you now, like, oh, you sacked our city. Now you're our nemesis. We challenge.
I'm kind of in the like after we get back and are out of like.
All right, you're back at the Furious Kitten.
I'm kind of like, I honestly would rather just tear the city apart and start from the ground up. It can be an undead city, and the humans, we can have the humans should probably be liberated from this place.
Yeah,
But they're pretty happy in this place.
Yeah, they like it. We're just tearing apart the very foundation of the place and telling them, congrats, here's your prize. You get to fix it. A job.
I got you a job for Christmas.
people enjoy having purpose.
They have purpose. They're writers. They're artists. They have a lot of things they do other than work menial jobs until they die.
I don't know. I'm with Lothar.
But what annoys me is that even when we came into the idea of letting their worshippers worship, they say strictly no.
It's not going to stop them.
I mean,
No, but killing them
worship
would.
field.
Yeah. They literally can't stop people from worshiping us.
yeah. I mean, I put a shrine in their place. It's fine. We'll eventually have more worshippers there.
Yeah. Eventually, pressure is just going to give in. People are going to start leaving the city and coming to other areas.
It's also pretty hard for them to contain my cult if they allow it to work because, well, I don't think I need to tell you why.
I'm just saying, if we're patient about this, it'll solve itself.
I'm just saying we have the army. We brought it here.
The army that you likely won't send in there?
They've been fighting this whole time.
Guerrilla tactics.
That's quite different from an actual siege.
I mean, we don't have Tay around, so are you okay with your army dying?
I mean, they will almost certainly invoke, if we do a straight-up attack, one of their an anti-living weapon.
You bet. You'll flood the area with dark energon.
I don't want to leave empty-handed, and I'm not in favor of the slow burn.
Come on, guys, let's raid. Raid!
But we should think about this maybe later because it's
It's 11.
yeah. I gotta work tomorrow on Saturday.
That's fair. I gotta work tomorrow at like 5.
Oh Lord.
Every day. Alright, so it sounds like we're wrapping for the night without Tyler being able to raise a place in the ground old school style.
Well, maybe next session we could raise, I don't know, the Star Vampires thing.
Star Vampires are great. They have different like casts and stuff, and they have all sorts of shit going on, and it's a big nightmare.
Genocide.
Every time. These games keep getting more and more off the rails. Alright, Mark, come back. We're wrapping you son of a bitch. You can't just peter away.
Peter Feather.
Yeah. Alright, well, in that case, we'll wrap. I was Devin.
Tyler?
Kevin?
Peter.
Mark.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.